Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 2nd until the 8th of December 2019, and I'm going to start with the gorgeous and ever so precious and ever so beautiful Aries. My gorgeous Aries, this is an important month when it comes to some kind of creation, some kind of beginning that is going to be very, very, very personal to you indeed. This is going to be highly important time because you're also about to discover something very important about yourself, something very significant about your spiritual journey indeed, which is going to make your radiance rather powerful, which is on another hand going to illuminate you to such a point where you're going to come across with a certain idea at the same time. That particular idea that you're going to have is going to be rather important at around the end of this particular week, but most certainly it is going to give you reasons for celebration because you are about to rediscover yourself through something that you want to do, that you always wanted to do. Maybe you're not doing, but most certainly now this week it is going to be rather highlighted because it is the beginning of your rebirth. It's an important time also because this is connected to the certain opportunity that is going to arise for you at around the end of the week as well. It's beautiful because it is going to help you to kind of like a shine in a certain way, because most certainly it is about the completion, certain completion of the particular spiritual journey is coming to an end, but very much so 2020 is going to be rather different when it comes to 2019, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aries, and this is why, because this is going to lead you to having an option that is going to become so attractive, but it's so good, it's important, it's really important because it's a lot to do with your own grounding, it's a lot to do with what you want to do, and it's a lot to do with an optimism that is going to come with it, and this is this magical energy that is just going to become highly vibrational when it comes to you. And it's like that when the passion, new passion is going to be born, but it is so much to do with what you should be doing or you are meant to be doing, what is most certainly part of your spiritual journey, that is not only going to be like a sacred beginning at this moment in time, but is going to bring you prospects, new option, a new beginning later on that is about to change your life literally. Of course, there is going to be a contemplation, certain contemplation that you're actually going to have, but you know what, there are a couple of things that you're going to be kind of thinking about, but this is just a situation that you are kind of going to be rather powerless because there is no point to stress, there is no point to bring yourself down, there is no point to like just kind of like think negative at all, because especially this week, do not think negative. I wouldn't even go down that route because the power of your mind is going to be very strong when it comes to manifestation. Aries, listen to me very carefully. The power of your mind is going to be ridiculously powerful when it comes to manifestation. Therefore, it doesn't matter. The contemplation, it's not going to do anything bad, because most certainly what is going to happen, you are naturally going to drift towards the new beginning. I told you this. It may not start like straight away this week, but this week it is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual manifestation. Oh my Lord, it's a very important, because this is most certainly going to lead towards your own personal victory and mental clarity. You know, the clarity that you didn't have within the last 24 months, my gorgeous Aries. There is a certain clarity that you didn't have. Now this happens when we are meant to work on our spiritual journey to the point where we can kind of like work on our own karma, and this is important because this is the reason why we are on this earth, and we are going to keep on coming back to live on this earth, and we are going to keep on working on our own mistakes, and until we reach the certain point, and the certain point that we want to reach, that we need to reach as a humans, is like the point of an enlightenment. So now there is a little shortcut that you are going to have at this moment in time. So now you had certain karma to deal with. That karma is about to flip-flop, change itself. So that's why you are going to be presented with a new option, new direction, new opportunity, new beginning. Absolutely fantastic. But as I said, It is all about your victory and mental clarity. Let me tell you something else, my gorgeous Aries. Your justice is coming. I'm so happy for you because this week is going to be super sharp as well. You mean? I mean, your justice is coming. It's so important, whether this is to do with like some kind of court case, whether this is to do with some people like needing to decide something for you and you were waiting for a long time. It depends. It really all really depends. But most certainly it's going to boil down to one particular thing, one particular moment. Your justice is coming. It's bringing you balance, it's bringing you new direction, it's bringing you healing, but at the same time it's also going to a certain person is going to give you a really important advice this week. An advice that you're going to have could be directly like said to you, or you could like maybe it's going to come through some kind of spiritual leader, some kind of guru, or maybe perhaps it happened like before and then you follow this certain advice, and now this is going to be a rather vavavoomish moment in time because most certainly it is a victory and mental clarity. When it comes to the actual court case, when it comes to actual some kind of like a beginning of some kind of legal things, you know, if you need to like begin something, this week would be quite ideal because the energy is just going to be perfect, balance is going to be just perfect, so you will be able to just stretch a little bit further, which means that you will be you know, in a good opportunity or in a good position to actually do so, because with this particular vibration you are most certainly going to end up with a quite wonderful, quite lovely outcome. Oh my lord. And also when it comes to the new beginnings, when it comes to like going to look for work, for job, you know, and things like that, throughout this week it's a powerful moment in time to do so. Anything new, anything important, anything to do with a new beginning is coming with an element of surprise, but rather nice and important surprise, which means that you are going to end up being rather happy and rather excited. You know, there is going to be the certain learning experience that is going to be like a floating around you, but most certainly you're going to like it because this week it's all about you realizing a new option, a new beginning, a new stage. It's about to unfold for you. It's absolutely mind-blowing moment in time indeed, my gorgeous Aries. Now I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, my gorgeous Aries, and I will look and I will check and I will see what is the actual oracle card of the week for you, my gorgeous Aries. Look at this. This week is your gateway. Do you see this? This week is an important week, my gorgeous Aries, because this week you can imagine like a spiritual bridge, like an amazing gateway, from one dimension to another, which means that it's a powerful time when it comes to the actual vibration, powerful time when it comes to success, powerful time when it comes to actually achieving things. So just throw yourself in the water and learn how to swim. If you don't jump in the water, Aries, this week, you will never learn how to swim at all. So very, very important gateway week, which is going to actually change quite a lot. By the time this week finishes, a lot is going to be changed. You're about to discover something rather magical about yourself, about your life, and about your future, which is just going to keep you going like there is no tomorrow. Okay, so what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Aries, when it comes to your actual health, an important moment in time to drink as much water as you can. And also very important to make sure that you're doing something about your actual liver detoxification. I think it's quite important to actually mention to you if you can get like organic strawberries, organic berries, organic blueberries, all these organic berries, as many as you can, and if you can make your own smoothie every single morning throughout this week would be rather fantastic, because it's going to work really brilliantly when it comes to the actual liver detoxification. You could actually do with this like there is no tomorrow. On an empty stomach, the very first thing in the morning, if you could do this, but also on another hand, dandelion tea, it's rather wonderful as well. Organic dandelion tea, if you can be sipping throughout this week, it's quite good for liver detoxification in general. And also milk thistle has been used for many years, for hundreds of years, like a milk thistle. It's a herb, but with milk thistle herb, you know, I would rather prefer if you could go for like a tincture, because it gets into the bloodstream much quicker, so therefore it works quicker, it works sooner, more effective in my opinion. you. But then again, if you want something else, like a capsules or tablets, just go for it. But the milk thistle is quite important, and it's rather strong, not strong, but it's a powerful herb, you see. But with milk thistle, you take this for like, ideally, I would say milk thistle, anything to do with liver detox. So you take this for like about 6 or 8 weeks, then you take 2 weeks break, then you take it for 6 or 8 weeks again, then 2 weeks break, then you take for 6 to 8 weeks again, and then 2 weeks break, and then you stop for a while, and then you do it again later on. So you don't take this all the time, you just take like in a periods like this. And it's important because it's rather significant and it's strong when it comes to the actual liver detoxification. This is something that I would highly suggest you. And also please do carry on taking an acerola, organic acerola cherry powder, because this is a beautiful amount of vitamin C that is going to help to boost your immune system, which I think is going to be rather important. If you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only they will be able to tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are in relationships, you know, it's a really good and great accomplishment that you are going to have. It's brilliant, and I like it because it's going to provide you to make an important decision. But that decision that you're going to have, that you will be provided to make, you're going to have this option that you didn't have before. It's going to be brilliant because it's all about exploring the side of life, both of you as a couple, that you didn't so far. So that's why it's really good, because most certainly an accomplishment is going to help you to go on the next stage. Important. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my lord, you need to be a little bit careful. It's good to have a fun, it's good to have like a vavavoom-ish moments in time, it's good to flirt, it's good to go out, and because it's important, because you will be highly vibrating particular energy. You know, there's a strong vibration that is going to be coming out from you see, and that particular beautiful energy, it's also going to attract a certain people that you would want to be attracted, which is great, which is just going to help you to have a bit of a flirting time. But most certainly, it's not the time to trust to anyone when it comes to lovey-lovey, when it comes to stranger in the night, you know, like, it's like, I wouldn't, because there is a little hidden enemy here. So it's like a little element of like, be careful, be cautious. So it's not like this week you're going to find the love of your life, but most certainly it's going to be the greatest time for flirting and the greatest time to just take care of yourself, and don't talk about personal things or personal issues to other people, because there is a little snaky in the grassy. So I would like you to actually protect yourself from this, okay? The next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Taurinis, my gorgeous Taurus. Taurinis, oh my lord. This is so good because it's all about prosperous moment in time, and all about you feeling really good about yourself, and all about you feeling that beautiful balance that is coming through this week. It's going to make you feel really optimistic when it comes to the certain reflection, when it comes to your spiritual journey. And also it is going to be such an important moment in time, because you are going to come on top of a very, very important problem, very important obstacle that was really driving you nuts a little bit, you know, in the past 24 to 36 months even. And that particular problem, that particular obstacle is nothing to do with like, oh God, hurry up. No, it is just to do with the time. It is just to do with healings. It is just to do with the emotions. It is just to do with like a growing, you know, from one dimension to another dimension, which means that this is a lot to do with your karma and waiting time. Patience. You have been patient indeed. So there's a very important conclusion that you're going to have this week. And that particular conclusion that you're going to have this week, it's immediately going to kind of bring you control over a situation and strength, but it's just so much to do with a period of time that was slowing you down, so you were quite nervous to kind of deal with this particular issue. So that issue is going to come back, and it's also going to shake you to the really good point where you're going to realize, oh my lord, you will surprise yourself, and that surprise, it's also going to lead towards your own rebirth, which is more most certainly going to become a wake-up call at the same time, because you're going to realize something very important here. You know, at the same time, you're going to be so happy because there is the really brilliant news that you are going to have. The news that you are going to have is going to be including somebody very important in your life, somebody very significant in your life is just going to kind of like have a very big moment when it comes to their life. But this person means to you so much. This person, like, you love this person. This person is, it means so much to you that this person is doing great. That in itself is going to be an important moment of their accomplishment, but it is going to reflect on you so beautifully. And there is something very important going to be there for you from this powerful vibration. You're going to get a motivation which is just going to inspire you where you needed to be inspired. And that is going to sharpen up your instinct a little bit. And your third psychic eye is going to be like, hello, darling, I'm here, which is really brilliant because it's at the same time going to basically make you realize that there is somebody kind of you're going to need to kind of sort something out when it comes to the certain person. You're going to need to be a little bit careful about a certain person in your life, who is in your life, around you quite often, because there is something not going to be quite right with that person. So all you need to do is just keep certain things that are really important to yourself. It's something to do with somebody who's like a little bit low vibration at the moment, and somebody who is like not satisfied with the life and is just taking out a lot on themselves, and that is projecting on other people as well in a negative way, unfortunately. These people, they don't have to be negative, they don't have to be evil, they don't have to be bad, but they have, basically what it happens is just like they come across very negative, very heavy situation, very bad situation in life, and they don't know how to come across with a certain problems, and then they are the ones who are bringing other people's down. So that's why they don't have to be necessarily, but they are around this negative energy, and until they sort their own things out, things are not going to improve in their lives, and that's why other people around them are getting affected. Very good moment it is going to happen where you're actually going to realize that there is something not quite right here, and your own instinct is going to let you know this. And that is an important moment in time, because you will also realize at the same time that there was a certain pressure that it's about to go away, and that pressure is also immediately going to connect you to some kind of a new plan, some kind of a new option that is at the same time going to become available to you, but also with such a point, such a sense that there are going to be unlimited possibilities indeed. But in order for you to get there, in order for you to act in a certain way, in order for you to improve, my babies, you need to remember one thing: you need to be brave. You need to be brave. This week your vibration is just going to be like, oh my Lord, very powerful indeed. This is December. It's as powerful as the actual, for example, October. October is also very powerful when it comes to the actual spirituality and this vibration and this energy. So December is just as powerful because it's the end of the year, and now these energies are pushing us to have the last go before the new year starts. And that is an important moment for you, because it's going to provide you with a certain vision, and that vision that you are going to have, it's also subconsciously and very soon consciously going to become a very significant starting point for you, because it's all going to be about your own wake-up call and invocation. The power of your mind is going to be absolutely powerful, and when it comes to the certain unfoldment, but it's all about the actual very sacred activation. This week is the week of activation, week of like a rediscovery, week of harmonious energy, which is just going to bring you wonderful healing as well at the same time. You know what, I really like it because it's just like all about the creativity. You know, you need to like kind of do as much as you can, you know, because you need to be as open-minded as you can. You need to go out there as much as you can, because your creativity is going to there is going to be the moment of surprise. Okay, all you need to do is just stay committed to the task at hand. You are going to have an element element of surprise this week, and this is going to happen when you least expect it, when you're really busy and when you're committed to the certain task at hand. You don't have to be working, you can be retired, it doesn't really matter. But once you find yourself like using so much of your energy, staying committed to something that you really like, at that moment in time, something is going to come through, realization, and realization is going to become an opportunity, but at the same time, it's going to be an absolutely sacred sign from the angels, from the spirit guides, from the universe, and something really strange is going to happen to you through a strange but good, strange sign. It's going to let you know that it's time to move on, but at the same time, you're going to find yourself making really important decision, and that decision that you're going to make is also going to come from a rather indecisive situation, but you were bringing yourself down when you shouldn't have. You were preventing yourself to move on when you shouldn't have. You were blocking yourself when you shouldn't have. So that's why this is a vavavoom-ish moment in time, because it's going to be rather few actions that you're going to take this week without you even realizing, and this is all going to provide you with a rather nice shortcut towards an opportunity that you are going to think about this week, but most certainly May 2020. It's going to be the continuation of here. So you are going to plant an important seed through your own invocation, through your own karma, through your own manifestation, through your own power of your mind. And that particular seed is going to grow and have an important stage in May 2020. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. An important person is about to enter your life. Taurinis, an important person, it's about to enter your life this week. That person is going to an important part. That person is going to become an important part of your spiritual journey. Oh my Lord, lots of passion, lots of new direction, lots of new beginnings, lots of like a celebrations, harmony and radiance and creativity is going to be around that person. Somebody really good, somebody really important, somebody really powerful is about to enter your spiritual journey. My gorgeous, my ever so precious Taurinis. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards, these oracle cards, my gorgeous Taurinis, and I will see what is your oracle card of the week. Okay, oh my Lord, here we go, Taurinis, here we go. Look at this. This is your beautiful confirmation. Do you see what this card is saying? The new beginning. This is all about the new beginning. Whether you want it or whether you don't, you will have a new beginning. But this new beginning is going to be an important stepping stone for you at the same time, my gorgeous Taurinis, because a lot of energy, lots of vibration is going to come through this as well. Not only you're going to discover your own passion, but this is something that was missing in your life as well, that it's going to become rather evident like this week. Indeed, pay attention, pay attention. This is going to be really, really good, my gorgeous Taurinis. On another hand, it is going to be rather busy week. Yeah, very busy week, but good busy, okay? Very busy, but good. Okay, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Taurinis, make sure that you are taking calcium, and make sure calcium supplement, it needs to be natural without any horrible ingredients, blah, blah, blah. And also vitamin D, and important to take calcium and vitamin D. This is highly, highly, highly significant. And also fish oils, omega-3 essential fatty acids are just super important for you. You either get them in the fish oils, which is taken from when you scrub the body of the fish. I know it's horrible, it sounds horrible, but this is what it is, omega-3 essential fatty acids, or you can get it from cod liver oil, which comes from a cod liver oil, obviously, but it comes with also with vitamins A and D naturally. And also, if you don't want to take it through fish oils, I understand, this is fine, then you get it from the flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil is the plant version of fish oils, which is going to provide you with omega-3 essential fatty acids, which are going to help you with circulation. It's something that you need, and it's going to help you to keep your joints moist, with your skeleton in general, and also it's going to help you with the power of your mind. It's going to help you with the thinking, it's going to help you with your brain, with your head, it's brilliant, it's brilliant, it's brilliant when it comes to the certain focus as well, but at the same time it's going to boost your immune system. And also please make sure that you are kind of avoiding fluoride. You will be sensitive when it comes to fluoride, so you're inside your mouth. Just try to use like a natural toothpaste without fluoride with aloe vera and a tea tree. See this baby here, aloe vera. Yes, aloe vera and tea tree. This is something, tea tree toothpaste and a mouthwash. If you could use it, would be rather wonderful. Okay, when it comes to you, my gorgeous Taurinis. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medication or not. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually in relationship, it's just so good, because now it's the time of like a really good moment for both of you. But it's to do with your partner and you kind of making certain decisions sometime ago, and that decision is going to bounce back now, and it's something that you made and it helped you to have control over a situation, but it was your partner who was kind of part of this. It was your partner who was like really doing this, or it was partner who was mainly responsible for this. And your partner was also very brave. Not that long ago, your partner made a very brave decision, very brave option, and it's brave because you were both kind of worrying, oh my God, what if we do this? What if we do that, you know? And most certainly now this is the moment of reward. I like it because it's just all about the brave opportunity that your partner had and they did it, and now this is going to be a wonderful outcome that you're both going to have from this. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, 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 and I like it because you're going to be able to provide something very special for you this week, something that you wanted to do for an absolute ages. It is just going to take talk this week, and it's good. Step in the right direction. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy it, you know what, it's just like a similar situation like Aries. Do not, like, this is not the time, this is not a week when you're gonna find the love of your life, but it's so good because you'll be flirting a lot, and most certainly you're gonna be enjoying yourself like that, because your radiance is also going to be like a very unique, very powerful, very strong. So therefore you will be attracting the right people in your life, the people who you like and the people who you would like to, they like you, you know, it's good. And couple of surprises are going to happen. Couple of people who you wouldn't think that they would fancy you, they will fancy you indeed. So it's important. But whether you're going to find the love of your life, no, baby, no. You need to be careful because this is a week of testing, you know. You're also going to be tested at the same time when it comes to your own passion. Just enjoy yourself and flirt and keep certain things to yourself that are very much so to do with you, like keep important things to yourself, because there is somebody who's not really good, somebody very naughty is going to be around you, somebody who's maybe like going around with people a little bit too much, somebody who's maybe sleeping around, but sometimes these people are so ill, but sometimes you just can't take, you know. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with sleeping around if people are happy to do this, you know what I mean, but sometimes this soul's a little bit lost too much and they need to come down a little bit, so there is going to be like a little lost soul around you. So that's why I just need you to be a little bit careful, my gorgeous Taurinis. Keep important things to yourself. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Gemini. Geminini. It is just like, oh my Lord, you know what I mean? You've got like a bit of a weird one, but a good one. Weird one, but a good one. You know why? Because you will be all spiritual, like all ecstatic, like you're going to be like, oh, let me go and buy this candle, let me go and buy this candle, let me go and buy this kitty, you know, let me go and buy this chain, you know, like you're going to be all like kind of finding yourself being attracted to like strange and unusual. But this is brilliant because you are like that, you like strange and unusual anyway, but there is going to be an element of surprise there for you, because at the same time this energy is going to be rather sharp in between this world and in between the spirit world, and that sharp energy is at the same time also going to, you know what is going to happen is there is going to be a very strong illumination around you, powerful illumination. It's going to provide you with a sense of direction, and you know what, you will have a hermit moment. Oh my Lord, you know Gemininis, like when I say hermit moment, there are two of you in Gemininis. Yeah, there are two of you, Gemini 1, Gemini 2, there are two of you, so you have got that beautiful power, that balance that you can balance each other off each other, you know. You can just remind things one another, you know, every now and then. It's brilliant. But but it's all about the actual rebirth through your own focus that you're going to have. And focus that you're going to have, that it's going to be brought to you really surprisingly through your own hermit moment. I said that you will have your own hermit moment, and I said this millions of times. It's just like a very strong connection with the universe, very strong connection with the spirit guides, very strong connection with your guardian angels that you will have at the same time. So this is why you feel like you want to spend a little bit of more time of your own, because something very important is going to be happening to you, in a sense of, on one hand, you will feel like really great perfection and recognition and honor. It's going to be very emotional, and it's good because you've been working hard, you've been using your own passion, you've been leading the way through your own passion. You're amazing, Gemininis, indeed. But also, on another hand, this is going to feel like, oh my God, the beginning of something very important, the beginning of an important dimension, the beginning of an important direction, the beginning of an important new beginning that is just going to bring unlimited possibilities. This is all down to you, Gemininis. All this year, my babies, my bambinis and bambinas have been leading to this particular point. But what else is your hermit moment going to provide you? It's going to provide you with some kind of what else? Now, Gemininis, you think like, oh, he's going to say this, he's going to say that. Listen, what else is this moment going to provide you? It's also as important. It's going to be like some kind of naughty snake in the grass shall show its dirty little head out. Now, this is important, because that snaky snake, it's going to show itself, and that's brilliant. This is what your angels, what your spirit guides, what the universe will want you to know, and you will avoid this snaky snake. You will avoid this situation, which is brilliant, because that will actually be so much to do with deception, obscurity, dishonesty, danger, bad influence, insincerity, my Lord, false friends, double dealing, Jesus Christ. So this is why I say this, caution. It's good, it's brilliant, because you will move away yourself from this situation, and you will prevent yourself from getting damaged, okay? Prevent yourself from getting burnt. That's one thing. Fantastic. So you will know who is a little naughty person, enemy in your life. But on another hand, this is brilliant, because that is going to be literally pointed out to you, so you will know the hidden danger before it would have happened. So that's a very sacred moment in time. A little bit of fantasy and unrealistic attitude that is going to be connected to that person in that situation, but hey, most certainly this is about your accomplishment and your control over situation that you are having at this very moment in time. That is all, that is going to lead you. The second stage of this is going to be, oh gosh, now I'm indecisive. No, baby, no. If this snaky snake didn't show their facey face, then you wouldn't kind of go on the next stage. Now, this is so good, because an indecisive situation was also connected to this. Now, that would carry on. So most certainly you're going to make an important decision. A little bit of contemplation that you will have, because you will not too sure what to do, but most certainly you will be redirected here. You're going to make a decision out of the stressful and powerless situation, and this is going to be your greatest moment in time when it comes to your awakening, my gorgeous Gemininis. Awakening. You are powerful, you are beautiful, you are strong, you are very, very unique. In fact, Gemininis are one of the most powerful signs. You can take so much on. You shine this beautiful bright light. You're amazing, you're unique, you're this, you're that, but you're very, very beautiful, you're good looking, you're powerful in so many different ways. You're very charming, but above all, you're super powerful. The Geminis in general are very powerful signs. I don't think if people realize this, but Geminis, you are most certainly very powerful. So this is going to be your Vavavumish moment in time when it comes to your power, because you are going to make like a really important decision, and that is so good, And if you didn't have this deception moment of realization, this would become a torment, and it would just like extend to so long. And that's why I'm saying this is so important moment in time, because it's going to lead towards your own great determination. This is going to bring bring you the whole new initiative. This is going to bring you the whole new strength, activity, and power. This is absolutely brilliant, and emotionally, this is going to be an amazing time. You know, spiritually, something is going to happen to you, and spiritually, there will be a very strong and very important sign that it's time to move on from the certain situation. But also, you have done so well, my Lord, and now 2020 is just going to be absolutely remarkable when it comes to you, my gorgeous Geminis, because you have gone through quite a lot, especially in the last 12 months. Certain uncertainties have actually slowed you down a little bit, but now this is going to be rather nice vavavoom-ish moment in time when it comes to you, because it's all about your own blessings. You're about to reach and get your own blessings this week, which is going to help you to just shine in a very, very strong light, and that in itself is going to make you super powerful, and it is going to make a very, very important movement to kind of like have a rather swift change after this moment in time. My gorgeous Geminis, with the help of the beautiful spirits around me, and Anne, spirit of Anne is with me. Anne is saying hello. Anne was a beautiful lady. She's still a beautiful spirit right now. She was very unique. She was very beautiful. She was very specific. There was something very specific with her eyes, very specific with her hair, very specific the way she stood, you know, the way she's standing, you know, and she was very special in many different ways. Spirit of Anne is saying hello to whoever this means to. Number 12 is very much so connected to the spirit of Anne as well, maybe something to do with a certain animal as well. Okay, very important to say. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this oracle card, okay, and I'm gonna see Gemini's. Now you see what I mean. Now it's so beautiful because this is an absolutely amazing moment in time. You know, this week is gonna be so important, like you have no idea. This week is literally going to change your life. You're about to start shining very, very brightly indeed. And you know, the stage of when you felt like, oh my God, like chaotic stage of your life, it's coming to an end. Worry and worrying karma and negativities is slowly coming to an end, but most certainly you're going to show to the world the real you in the best possible way. You are most certainly very, very amazing indeed. It is time for you to shine very, very bright, my gorgeous Geminis. I love you. Okay, so when it comes to the actual health, my beautiful, my ever so precious Geminis, you know, it's just so important. Please, please, please make sure that you are taking organic wheatgrass from the actual New Zealand. New Zealand is my favorite place to actually get organic wheatgrass. This is going to be so important to take like about 3 times a week. Maybe Monday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday, or maybe even 4 times a week. Put a 4th time there somewhere. It's going to help you a lot because you need to flush out the toxins out of the system. This is going to be so important for you. And also, please just make sure that you're drinking organic dandelion tea, because this is going to be quite significant. And organic dandelion tea is also going to help you to kind of help to basically to flush out the toxins, but it's also going to help you to detox liver and kidney at the same time. Organic dandelion tea. And on another hand, please, please, please just make sure that you are taking a vitamin D. Whether you can take a vitamin D from the food, like organic eggs, for example, free range organic eggs, they are rich in vitamin D. There are certain food that are rich in vitamin D. So basically, yeah, so if you can go in the sun and get it like that, that's brilliant. But otherwise, just make sure that you're taking vitamin D, because this is something that your body is going to need this week. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you know your partner is going to need a little bit of vavavoom-ish love. Your partner is going to need a little bit of help because there is something going on in your partner's life, so they are going through a certain stress. You know, it's a little bit difficult. So in order to help them out, just make sure that you're doing something nice for them, but also the energy of buying something, buying surprise or getting something to them, giving them something sacred or something like that. The energy of that is rather important. as well. It can just cut through rather nicely through this like a difficult vibration that your partner will be going through. It's life, it's normal, but this would be probably the best thing to actually do if if your partner is going through something. So there's not much that you can do, but the best thing would be to get them something, buy them something, or surprise them. The element surprise is also rather nice with this particular vibration. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy it, I just like it because there is someone very special that is about to start manifesting in your life, and that this week, it's going to be the week when that person is going to come through, and that person is going to come through around you when you least expect it. Somebody rather vavavumish, you're going to be like, hello, my darling, so you're going to be like that, like somebody rather vavavumish is going to come through when you least expect it. And you know why? Come closer, let me tell you. Because something very important is going to happen to you this week when it comes to you. Great determination, new option, new direction. Okay? Determination, and initiative are going to take over like there is no tomorrow. So you're going to be like, woo, flying on the wings of love, like there is no tomorrow. And that is going to be the moment in time when you're having this initiative towards something really good, the greatest determination. This is going to be the time when this person is going to start manifesting around you, and it's going to be somebody absolutely mind-blowing, somebody very powerful, somebody from a very significant family, but somebody very, very specific when it comes to you, because this person is going to help you to discover something very important about your life, to unlock something very special about your life. But just one step at a time, my gorgeous Gemininis, one step at a time. That person is coming indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Cancerinis, my gorgeous Cancer, my beautiful Cancerinis. It's just so kind of significant but very strange week, very important but very significant. Why is it strange? Because first of all, you are really going to enjoy yourself at the beginning of the week. It's going to be like the greatest pleasure. You are amazing signs, you're very deep, you're very emotional, but you're probably one of the most powerful signs when it comes to like a work, when it comes to focus, when it comes to career. You are most certainly not lazy. You've got such a powerful vibration about yourself, around yourself, when you just throw yourself at something and you go until you get where you want to get. You've got more patience than any other sign, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, every now and then a bit of a strop, but that's just absolutely fine. It's doing nothing to you to prevent you to move on and to do important things in life. What I want to say now, that the beginning of this week, it's going to bring you an outcome, an accomplishment, a success of a period of a very hard work. That happened before. You were aware of this before. Your focus was pretty much clear before, but it's just this balance of this week that this is going to bring to you, which is at the same time going to become a rather radiant part of your life, which is going to bring you certain healing, and that particular healing is also going to make you very, very wise at the same time. It is absolutely brilliant because it is a very good joy that you will have, very good excitement, and that excitement is going to come through certain option that is going to become quite significant for you. And this is a very good moment, but it's going to become rather challenging as well, because it's to do with a certain success, it's to do with a certain gain, but then at the same time it's just going to require from you to make a certain adjustment. Okay, and that particular adjustment, it's also going to be connected to the certain departure, certain change, in order to actually get where you need to get. What else is going to happen along the line? This is why I said that your week is going to be bizarre but good, strange, and it's going to be a little bit of everything. So this is how it's going to start. At the same time, your justice, you will hear that a certain justice is coming. Justice, baby. And that is also going to be an important moment in time, because somebody who means to you so much is going to tell you something, and that is going to be an advice that you are going to get through this situation, and that advice is going to be very valuable, very important, very very significant because it's coming from somebody who knows you so well. So that is also going to immediately going to provide you, is going to activate you in a certain way, and that activation is just going to help you to fly above your own situation, see your life from a completely different angle, and that is going to be the moment in power. On another hand, there is a bit of a tower situation that you're also going to have, I'm afraid, sorry, but then again, you know, you're going to be part of this situation that this would have happened. Something was boiling to this particular moment. Something was boiling, it was boiling to this particular moment, but especially in the last 10, 15, 16, especially in the last 16 months, this was like a kind of like a very powerful and very significant area of your life that was like waiting for you to kind of resolve it, waiting for you to deal with it. Something that you don't like to dip your fingers in that much, but then hey, as soon as you do that, as early as you do that, you will be able to move on, because most certainly it is going to be the new promise that it's going to come through, but that's also going to be connected to an unfoldment that needed to happen in your life. But most certainly this week this is going to happen. So it was a lot boiling down to this tower moment, which is going to fallen tower, which is going to connect you to an unexpected situation. You will be a little bit disappointed with a certain reaction, with a certain person, with a certain situation, with a certain outcome, but you know what, hey, it is like a completely powerless situation. Powerless situation, I really like it, because the powerless situation is at the same time your sign that there is the powerless situation. It's also rather good sign. You know, the powerless situation is the certain amount of karma, the certain amount of negativity, the certain amount of energy that is just basically accumulating over the period of time, and it can only go that far. So that far it's happening now. So this is why this is also an important moment of rebirth. At the same time, this powerless situation is going to give you and bring a determination, which is about to make you absolutely on top of the world, because this is the moment in time that is going to be very liberating. It's all about liberation, and setting yourself free, my gorgeous Cancerinis. Setting yourself free. This is exactly what is going to happen, and that moment in time is just going to be absolutely super powerful, because it's just going to provide you with an option, with an opportunity to make a certain decision when it comes to future planning. This is immediately going to provide you with a very clear path when it comes to your future, immediately, and you are going to make a very important decision, and this is going to be so clever, so important, so significant, because you will be going through this very wise energy indeed, and that energy is another hand not only going to help you to make a certain invocation, but it's going to help you to emerge in a certain way, and this emergence is going to be almost sacred, that is going to help you to see things in a slightly different light, and this is going to be everything. You're going to make a very important decision when it comes to your own future planning, success, business, enterprise, option, direction, security, and power. Absolutely mind-blowing indeed, and this is the time of transition, change, and reversal of those things that maybe didn't make you satisfied, and those things that were very, very slow and didn't take enough quick effect. Now they're going to have a rather nice and important swift change. It's all about a victory and mental clarity, my gorgeous Cancerini. It is all about the victory and mental clarity, my gorgeous babies. So now I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I will see what is your oracle card of the wiki, my gorgeous Cancerinis. You see, be as open as you can. Listen to me very importantly. Listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Cancerini. Be as open as you can. Be as open-minded as you can. Be as adventurous as you can. In fact, from the beginning of the week, go out, do things differently. Go and explore as much as you can. Test yourself. Test the water. Because something very important is going to come through at the end of this week. To an unexpected situation is going to bring you towards the unexpected direction. An unexpected direction is going to provide you with an unexpected option, which is about to change your life. Ooh la la. Okay, so now my gorgeous Cancerinis, basically, for those of you that are in relationship, you know, your partner is just going to have like a little bit of stress to deal with. Your partner is going to need a little bit of, maybe a little bit of lavender on their pillow, lavender around them, something that it's actually going to help them to calm themselves down a little bit. I think that your partner is going through rather a lot of stress at the moment. It is to do with what they do. It is to do with what they were focusing on, and it's to do with what they wanted to achieve. So this period, this stage, it's maybe a little bit stressful. But it's especially when it comes to this, some kind of isolation and some kind of like a little bit of stress, you know, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress. It's only a baby stress. It's only a little stress. It's nothing too bad, but it's just going to require from you, if you can just like kind of like do it like in a nice and spiritual way. This is a spiritual month, so try to put a little bit of lavender on their pillow, try to put a little bit of lavender on their top, their shirt. You know, lavender is so nice when it comes to these things, but there are lots of other things, like natural things, that your partner can actually do in order to deal with this particular little bit of baby stress, you know, level. So try to also, when it comes to stress, is the same thing, you know, like the element of surprise can work rather well. The element of buying some little present or some kind of surprise, or doing something for them, little traveling journey or something. Any element of surprise is absolutely fantastic to tap into this energy, so you can make the vibration much more powerful, so they can like kind of move on from this negativity. Okay, so now for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Cancerinis, you know, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, it is going to be a very important week when it comes to meeting new people, but it's just going to be somebody kind of, you see, oh God, it's so difficult to explain, but you're going to meet someone really wise. This is not going to be weak to find the love of your life, or weak to have a mingy, you know, but it's just even more importantly, it's you meeting someone super wise. Someone really wicked, but in a good way wicked. Somebody with a superb third psychic eye that is so enhanced, like my Lord, it can see like through the universe. Now that person is going to have an important information for you, okay? Watch this space, my Cancerinis, watch this space. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, oh, Cancerinis, yeah. I've just forgot to say your health, didn't I? See how I remember. Cancerinis, I forgot to say your health, basically. Now, what I need you to do, my gorgeous Cancerinis, basically, when it comes to your health, what I need you to do is rather important. Drink as much water as you can. Drink water, and also avoid sugar. Okay, please avoid sugar, avoid chocolates, avoid any sweets, and try to drink aloe vera juice throughout the week. Try to get organic aloe vera juice, please, and try to drink it throughout the week. It's going to help you with the stomach lining, because I know your stomach is going to be a little bit sensitive. And also try to get organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, and try to take this 3 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week, the very first thing in the morning, and it's going to help you to flush out the toxins. Indeed. Another thing I was going to say, vitamin D, little tablet of vitamin D, if you can take, like, it needs to be natural, it needs to be without any chemicals or anything like that. And also you can get it in certain food, like organic eggs, free range eggs and things like that. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Leonis. My gorgeous Leonis, my beautiful Leos, is just so significant. You are going through something very oh my God, it is so hard to explain, but you are going through something very deep, because you are, on one hand, you are discovering something very significant about your love life, very significant about your emotions, very significant about your feelings. This is the beginning of very important changes, okay? And there is a lot going to change in Leonis' lives, indeed, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to love, when it comes to feelings to start with, because there was a lot of shaky going on, okay? Shaky, momenty. There was a lot of shaky, momenty going on, so it is bringing you wonderful opportunity where you're gonna have such a sharp week, and this sharp week is also going to help you a lot with your personal balance. And what this is going to do, it's going to provide you with a clear vision, clear focus, clear direction, which is going to be as sharp as anything. At the same time, it's going to be the moment of excitement and celebration, because you will start raising your vibration at the same time, and that is going to lead you towards a very important decision. It is just such a vavavoom-ish moment in time, my gorgeous Leonis. Like, for example, if you were like in relationship for a really long time and like, you know, things are not really working out, you know, it's just like there is something very important you will realize on this week, okay? If you are happy and you're in a relationship and you need to work things out, you know, maybe something is wrong, then you will want to fix this up, you see? And if you will want to like follow up, you will want to fix it, you will want to work it. It's going to be like a very highly illuminating moment. And if you're like, for example, if you're single and ready to mingy, now this week you will just kind of realize something very important. And that realization is also going to become an important first and new stage. And there is going to be an element of adventure, power, strength. There is a strength that is going to come through, and it's going to help you to illuminate yourself and to keep going. At those stages in your life when you felt really low, really down, when it comes to your feelings and emotions, you are going to get a necessary balance in order to move on. And in order for you to move on, you need to see the situation and understand for it is. You need to see it as clear as it is. And now you will have a clear picture that was missing. And that is going to be rather vavavoom-ish moment in time, because it's just going to be the beginning of changes, the beginning of new direction, but it's also connected to the moment of patience, to the time that you maybe didn't have a certain movements when it comes to your emotional lives, because you thought, oh no, I'm going to be single all my life. For example, if you're single, you know, and you thought like, no, I'm going to be single, nobody wants me or something like that. This is all about to go into completely different vortex. And this is why am I talking about this energy. It's about to knock and open completely new door. And this door are going to make you this passionate about life. At those times when you thought, oh, it's all dry, there's nothing there, my lord, the moment of flip-flop change, which is about like, oh my god, change your life, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. On another hand, there is a learning experience. Please watch, be very careful, not very careful, but be very open-minded. Have your eyes wide open, because there's a learning experience that is going to happen. Learning experience. There is something new that is going to shower your journey. There is something new that is about to enter your journey. New learning experience. Leonis, be very clever, be very smart, be very open-minded. Do not bring yourself down, because the power of your mind is going to be very strong. But just pay attention to what you feel drawn to. What do you want to learn about? What do you want to, even if it's like a little bit of readings, you know, it's still going to open up the whole new doors. It's an important vortex that is going to be open up at the same time. The power of manifestation is going to be rather strong, and it's going to lead towards your own rebirth. It is all about deep concentration and application and study, reflection and respect to learn something new. Respect for the certain knowledge is just going to bring you in a really beautiful waters. And these waters were pretty much needed when it comes to your own creativity, when it comes to your own excitement, when it comes to your own absolutely optimistic moment in time. Because when you were just kind of driving yourself nuts and you were bringing yourself down and you were so unhappy with certain different stages and elements of your life. It's all up to you. It's all down to you. It's all needs to come from you, and it is going to come from you indeed. I've got the spirit of Jane here. Jane. The spirit of Jane is here. There was something to do with her legs, something to do with her knees. She's saying hello. She's a very beautiful lady as well, very smart, very clever, something to do with maybe her chain or something to do around her neck. Jane is saying hello, and she's saying she's absolutely fine. She got to the spirit world rather safe, and she's just absolutely evolving like there is no tomorrow, and she's waving. And there is also letter G and number 9 that is so much connected to Jane as well. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, my gorgeous, Leonis. It's basically, it's just about your own creativity, and it's about your own rediscovery, and about you feeling very, very happy again. I'm not saying you were miserable or anything like that, but most certainly you are about to start changing your lives, because I think karmically lots of Leonis had to deal with quite a lot when it comes to emotions, feelings and things like that, and that was affecting you in a certain way, and it was affecting your way of thinking, it was affecting your power, and then that was ultimately affecting you and your spiritual journey, and it kind of slowed you down a little bit. But most certainly after this week there is a lot going to change. It is the creativity that you will have here, and that is so good, because you're going to rediscover something very special about yourself, but also an important nostalgia. There is a certain nostalgia going to take place, and I like this because that nostalgia, it's very important. That nostalgia, it's also going to connect you to the certain path of your life, which is going to make an absolutely mind-blowing connection. And you will have a dream. You will have a certain dream that is going to be connected to this, and that dream is going to tell you something. That dream is going to reveal something. That dream is going to be unusual, strange, and it's going to happen out of the blue, but it's going to reveal something quite significant to you, something quite important to you, something quite sacred to you, and it's going to immediately help you with an overburdened feeling, and it's going to lead towards a certain vision almost immediately, and the realization that some kind of money, some kind of success is nearly true. It's also going to come through this moment. But also on another hand, this nostalgia is just going to be a very powerful moment in time, because it's also going to direct you, and it's going to remind you that there is something missing in your life. There is something missing you need to do. You need to do it. The life is going, but you're not doing it. Something that you love, you're not doing it. Something that you love expressing yourself, you're not doing it. Something that you love enjoying yourself, but you're not doing it. Do it. Leonis, my gorgeous babies, do whatever you want to do, because this world, we live like we are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old, like that. People who are 80, 90. I've got friends this age. I had them for a long time. It's like they feel like they're 20, 30, but this is what it is. You're just growing older, but you feel the same. You feel in your mind the same, and before you even realize, we are like an older people, and then we're just pass away. So that's why I'm saying this world is really quick, this life is really quick, it goes like this. So that's why I'm saying it's just so important to do as much as you can and to be as adventurous as you can, because on one hand you are providing yourself with the different journeys, and on another hand karmically this is going to be mind-blowing, because something from the past, it's also going to bring you an insight, and it's going to help you with the problem now, and it's going to speed things up, and it's going to help you with your life where you felt completely restrained. This restraining is going away, and you are about to set yourself free. On the other hand, an authority, somebody of an authority. Now, whether you're working, whether you're not, whether you're retired, whether you're not, an authority, person of an authority, it's going to have an important news for you, and that is going to be so good for you. It's going to be good, it's going to be positive, it's going to be optimistic. They're going to tell you something really good, and this is all down to your accomplishment, and you're going to like it. And at the same time, the balance is going to come through, the proper balance with that, and that is going to be the most powerful time that you can possibly imagine, because because you will get a certain advice, and that advice that you are going to get is going to help you to make a certain decision when it comes to some kind of a justice. And on another hand, your justice is coming in general, my gorgeous Leonis, your justice is coming indeed. Okay, I'm just going to take your oracle card. Okay, I'm just going to take your oracle card. Heal the world, make it a better place. Okay, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm going to take your oracle card. You see, you will have a sacred protection this week. You will have a sacred protection, and that is going to reveal something very significant for you, something very important, something very powerful by the end of this week. That is going to put a massive smile on your face, a massive, enormous smile on your face, because it's going to be the way out of the domination, the way out of negativity, and the way out of people who are sucking up your energy like energy vampires, you know, the people who are quite toxic. And it's also the new entrance, you know, to the actual challenging situation that you are going to have. But most certainly, you're going to do absolutely well, and you're going to have a significant vision at around the end of the week, which is going to surprise you, and it's going to come out of the blue indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous Leonis, basically what I was going to say, when it comes to your health, you see, this is the problem with Leonis that I have seen for a while now, and it's going, you know, it's to do with your shoulders, like they're going to be quite sensitive. It's to do with your actually lower back as well. It's going to be quite sensitive, but that also means spiritually that there are going to be the certain problems at home that you're going to have to deal with in your family, and it's going to require your input as well. Certain problems are going on in your family, but they're going to require your input. You see, this is what the lower back spiritually also means. On another hand, is your skeleton. Please, calcium, this is what I need you to take. I need you to take vitamin D, okay? I need you to take magnesium, calcium, magnesium, vitamin D. I said this before, this is important for you Leonis to keep on taking this. Calcium, magnesium, vitamin D for your bones and for your skeleton, okay? And also make sure for you in particular to keep on taking like spirulina from New Zealand, spirulina from Hawaii. My preferable spirulina is from Hawaii. It needs to be made there, it needs to come from there, because it's important. I say this every time because they just like say, oh yeah, it's from Hawaii, and then it comes from somewhere completely different, but it doesn't matter, it's from Hawaii. No, it needs to be made in Hawaii, it needs to come from them, from there. So this is organic spirulina that I highly suggest you, and because there were going to be moments in time when you're going to feel like a little bit tired, and spirulina is absolutely brilliant. It's a mind-blowing when it comes to the actual tiredness, the feeling of draining, and it's going to be perfect for you because it's going to bring you radiance, quite a lot of radiance. Spirulina is very powerful indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it's just so brilliant because your partner is gonna have a very important moment. You know, your partner is gonna have a very important week, and you're gonna like it because it is all going to be about the actual great skill, you know, trade at work, you know, mastery, perfection, and some kind of like your partner is going to be in certain demand, which means that it's a lot to do with the success. Which means that this is going to be a great week for both of you when it comes to the actual success, and I can see that you're going to be rather proud, and that is going to be an important moment in time because it's going to inspire you. There's going to be a certain inspiration that you will have through your partner as well. For those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, it's absolutely brilliant to go out and have some fun, which is most certainly you will do, but you need to be really careful because there is going to be somebody around you who you will know know that they're not who they claim to be, but you will know this because you will be aware you will have this moment where you will know that something is not right with this person. But that is karmically an important time because you're going to meet someone who you fancy, who you like, but then at the moment when you feel like vahavumish, you know, no, you're going to realize at some point that there is something not right with this person, and that is going to be quite important moment, you know. That is going to be an important moment when you realize this, that there is something not quite right with this person, because at the same time you're actually going to have a very strong instinctive moment, and you will know that at the same time emotionally it's a significant time of completion, and that in itself is going to make you realize something. You will see exactly what I mean. Very difficult to explain, but you will spiritually grow out of the situation, and you needed this particular growth. You will see exactly what I mean. My gorgeous Leonis, you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolinis, my gorgeous Virgos. I love you so much, but I'm just going to be back in 1 second. Just 1 second, just 1 second. I will be back. I promise. Just a second, Virgolini. Just a second. I'm here. Ta-da! 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 Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing, I'll ever go, I'll ever go, I'll ever go, Lini. I'll ever go, I'll ever go. My gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolini. You have no idea how important this time of the year is when it comes to you. Not only this is your time to shine, not only this week is your time to be really bright, but this week you simply have to listen to yourself. You have to listen to your mind. You have to listen to your subconscious mind. You have to follow your intuition. You have to follow your dreams, because it's a lot going to change through this week. You may not even realizing, but when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your career, when it comes to that balance, this requires changes. Okay, and you will be aware of it very, very soon. Whether you are aware of it right now or not, you know, throughout this month you will become aware of it. But this week, most certainly, there are certain changes that are going to unroll, and these changes are going to provide you with a vavavumish energy and vavavumish feeling, and that in itself is going to make you feel very strong. And this strong feeling is going to bring you a mental balance. Mental balance is going to bring you new direction. A new direction is going to bring you and make you realize a wake-up call. A wake-up call is going to bring you a mind-blowing sharpness. This sharpness is going to make you so solid, so strong, so powerful when it comes to you, your persona, your spirit, your energy. And you know what? You will become very, very strong this week. Very strong indeed. And what this is going to do, it's going to kind of help you directly with the movement of the stage of your life that was so slow. That was very slow, and especially in the last 36 months, believe me or not, it has been like that for such a long time. You have made a certain decision, but you didn't make a certain decision. It was only realization that you will start changing your life. But it's just like 3 years down on the line, you still haven't changed. You still didn't go towards that particular direction, and you need to, because this is your waterfall. You are that particular powerful waterfall, which you're about to go somewhere very important. And that water is clear, that water is pure, that water is very powerful, and that water is you. That water is going to be completely connected to your own wheel of fortune, which is just rolling now as we speak, and it's about to slap you like there is no tomorrow, which is going to happen at around mid this week. It's just going to be so good, and it's just going to confuse you. But it's going to shake you up to the point when you're going to become very solid. You know what? The bottom line is, my gorgeous Virgolinis, all this that I said, listen, it's going to help you to have a clear vision. That clear vision is going to make you so strong. You're going to make first of all, you're going to have this realization. And that realization is just going to be so, oh Lord, you know, because if it's very deep, you know, and if we go back, it's just something that you would make a decision, you would do it, you would start, but you would be very strong because it would bring lots of changes. It would bring up lots of differences. It would make you to act in a certain way. It would make you to react in a certain way. And it would make you to enter a certain dimension, which was just uncertain to you when it comes to your own security, when it comes to your own power. And this is why the very special thing is going to take an effect here. And this is an important moment in time, because you will make a decision. You will start drifting towards an option that is just going to directly impact your personal life, your working life, absolutely everything. You know this is the right thing to do, this is the right way to go, but it's just that before you didn't have that vavavumish sacred bravery that you're actually going to have this week. So therefore you will be super powerful, super brave, and you are going to come to terms with something, and you're going to come to terms with, even more importantly, that you're powerful, you're strong, you're significant, you've got more than you need to actually do a really big change to move on with your life. You've got more resources than you need, my babies. Indeed, this is the time of a very powerful advancement when it comes to your stage, and that in itself is going to make you very vibrational when it comes to making an option, making a certain direction, manifesting something that you would have been so scared to do it before, because it requires to tap into and it requires to tap into unknown stage and area of your life that was like kind of worrying you. Oh no, if I do this, oh no, I'm not too sure what's going to happen. No, baby, no. It is going to be absolutely fine indeed. Just watch this space, because it's going to bring you new vision. That vision that you're going to have is going to be a very important psychic moment as well, and you are going to make a decision, and at the same time you're going to hear a good news about your success as well. But the decision you're going to make, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to grow like the big biggest beautiful oak in the forest, and the second stage of this is going to be in September 2020. In September 2020 is going to be the next stage of that particular beautiful spiritual seed that you're going to plant. Just your thoughts are going to be so superb, so powerful indeed. What else I was going to say? Your lucky number, of course, Virgolini, that your lucky number is going to be number 7. Just remember, you are at the entrance of something very important. You are at the entrance of the whole new dimension that is coming purely through your own hard work. Okay, purely through your own hard work. You're about to receive your blessings, my gorgeous Virgolinis. It's all about success you're gonna gain, and it's also the certain obstacle and challenge, it's just also gonna kind of require from you to actually deal with it. And you can do this because you're very special, you're very powerful, you're very significant in so many different ways. In Virgolinis, we can be bizarre, but we can be just as amazing, just as powerful, just as like a bright shining light comes from you indeed. And that in itself is just very difficult to ignore. And this is why you use this to the best of your abilities, and you use it for other people, you use it for yourself. Shine bright light, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed, because you are going to overcome an amazing obstacle, and that in itself is going to make you feel so good. It's all about the actual certain odds that are going to surprise you. Oh my God. And you're going to find yourself in an advantage way quicker, sooner. This is all coming with an element of surprise. This is all about your victory. There is an important negotiation that you're going to have, my gorgeous Virgolinis. An important negotiation. Open your eyes wide open. Sometimes, we do things we don't even notice what's actually happening. So I know it sounds weird, but negotiation that you're going to have, you may not necessarily even know that it's happening, that is going on. So just be very open-minded, okay? Be very open-minded, be very clever, be very smart, but most certainly you're going to do it. You're going to do really, really well, because something very successful is going to come out of it. On another hand, if you do need to have a negotiation, if you need to buy something new, something big, something huge, anything to do with a big start, just go for it, because you go with this vibration, with this powerful flow, which is going to make you achieve so much more, so much quicker, so much sooner. Very important, And on another hand, there is going to be an overburdened feeling that it's going to come through this week. That overburdened feeling is going to come through actually you being very much so like doing a lot, working a lot, focusing a lot. But this is actually really good, because at the same time, this is going to be actually really responsible for you having that push, that final amazing push. And that push is going to help you to discover your color, to discover your passion. Look, passion, beautiful color. Look at this red, passion. This is going to help you to discover your passion that you already know that you have, but it's just pinpointed that you should just kind of shower that with more energy, because vibration is going to start growing, which is just going to become an important part of your rebirth, which is on one hand going to make it to have like a very celebration. It's going to make you feel good, but on another hand, it's just going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your own unfoldment, and it is going to lead towards a rather challenging situation. You are going to have a challenging situation. You're going to be part of some kind of challenge. Please rise up really high, because you're going to do so well. Remember, the power of your mind this week is going to be in particular very strong. So just make sure that you don't bring yourself down, not even for a second. Think positive, be optimistic, because the thoughts are energy. What we think is energy, and that is also helping our wings to grow much higher, much more important, much more powerful, much more strong. And that in itself is also going to activate you, and therefore bring you the whole new focus. And that focus will be, you will see that particular thing that you needed in order to connect yourself to certain parts of your future, which is exactly what you needed in order to get that Varavumish energy, Varavumish moment in time, which is going to push you towards the new direction without worrying. And that is going to be absolutely everything. Also, some kind of possession of yours, it's going to need from you to make certain not changes, but you're going to need to put an input into some kind of possession of yours. Think about it, Virgolini. Think about it, Virgolini. Think about it, Virgolini. Some kind of possession of yours, it's going to need your input. It's going to need something from you, some kind of energy. And your energy is going to be like quite sacred throughout this week. And it's going to help everything around you to grow much quicker, much sooner. So it's going to be quite wonderful to see what kind of possession of yours is going to need a little bit of like some kind of adjustment, or some kind of like a little bit of a little bit from you to pay your attention to, indeed. And also you're about to but something is going to be highlighted about your skill. Something in particular is going to be highlighted about your skill, and that in itself is going to be the sacred moment in your life, because it is also on one hand going to help you realize something unrealistic about your life, but on another hand this is going to lead towards the certain accomplishment, because that is going to be the moment when you're actually, believe me or not, going to have the control over a situation. And that in itself is going to re-energize you, because it's all about your recognition, it's all about your power, it's all about the actual honor and ultimate change that is actually going to start unrolling for you this week. But this is just all about what you are capable of, and it's also about the actual rewards from hard work, success, and admiration from others, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Admiration from others. So now I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to these oracle cards, and I'm going to see, my gorgeous Virgolinis, what is your oracle card of the week? What is your oracle card of the week? My lord, my lord, my lord. You see, be as open as you can. Be as open-minded as you can. Throughout this week you will be tested, my gorgeous Virgolinis. You will be tested. Be honest, be open-minded. Whatever moment you go through, whichever dimension you're part of, whatever you're doing, whatever you're dealing with, is so important for you to be as open as you can. This is no time for white little lies. I'm not saying that you're lying or anything like that. Please don't get me wrong. I said this is no moment for white little lies. There's nothing wrong with white little lies, but I'm just saying that this is a moment in time when you need to be as open as you can, because the key to actually get to the other side is for you to be open to yourself and honest with yourself, in order to be completely honest with everybody else around you. And once you achieve this sacred moment in time, this is going to also become a rather important and powerful spiritual bridge that you're going to come right at the end, by the end of this week. And that in itself is going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing opportunity. And that opportunity by the end of this week not only is going to liberate you, but it's also going to help you to live your life. It's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to make you feel so happy, and you will realize, and you will feel, and you will sense, and you will be so close to the certain happiness and excitement that you didn't feel in a long time. And this is purely because that energy, heavy energy, is about to start shifting through you being yourself, through you being as open as you can, and doing things like as open as you can, and just be yourself. And that is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing moment in time of radiance indeed, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Okay, now let me tell you something. Now this is important. When it comes to the actual health, it's like few things I need you to do. It's as usual, Virgolinis, a sensitive stomach. My lord, Jesus Christ. It's just like a sensitive stomach. Virgolinis, you always have it. So, not always, but it has been very much so on the cards, in the last 24 months in particular, I would say. So just keep taking like the actual 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Thursday, Sunday. I would take like an organic New Zealand wheatgrass the first thing in the morning. This is what I need you to take like 3 times a week if you could this week. And the first thing in the morning, organic wheatgrass from New Zealand. In a little glass of water, a little teaspoon, mix it up and drinking 3 times a week. And this is going to help you with rejuvenation. It's going to help you to flush out the toxins. It's important, okay? On another hand, every single morning, every single morning, if you can, get organic oranges or just oranges, you know, and make them yourself and drink orange juice in the morning, every single morning, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is going to help you so much with your rejuvenation like there is no tomorrow. You cannot believe how much oranges are actually going to help you. So if you can make squeeze your own, don't buy like freshly squeezed or anything like that. Get your own oranges and then squeeze them the very first thing in the morning and drink them every single morning throughout this week. And these oranges also will require 1 lime, not lemon at this time, but 1 lime. So 1 lime if you can squeeze as well, and drink this the first thing in the morning. And those 3 days that I said to you to drink organic wheatgrass, you know, first you can organic wheatgrass, then you wait a little bit and then you take this as well. But the first wheatgrass on those 3 days, and organic juice or orange juice and lime, 1 lime, then that I need you to drink every single morning. It's so important because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins and improve your immune system as well. On another hand, another thing that I was going to say to you to take, it's like organic aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice, if you could drink also, like, you know, like about maybe 3 times a week in the daytime. No, not the first thing in the morning necessarily, but you can at some point in the daytime, like about 3 or 4 times a week, at around lunchtime, I suppose, or something like that, like organic aloe vera juice. And another thing, my gorgeous Virgolinis, keep taking organic spirulina. Because organic spirulina, the one that I recommend would be the spirulina from actual Hawaii. Okay, so organic spirulina, it's also going to help you on one hand actually with your energy levels, but on another hand it's going to help you to boost your immune system. If you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of Virgolinis that are actually in relationship, there is an important new plan coming through. That new plan that is going to come through was a wish for a really long time, okay? And that new plan that is going to come through for both of you is going to take an additional 7 months in order to unfold, in order to happen. Okay, for those of you Virgolinis that are single and ready to mingy it, you know, it is going to be an important moment because you will release yourself, okay? Those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it's an important moment in time because mentally, spiritually, you will be very strong. The balance is going to return and you will release yourself. And that in itself, it's also going to kind of help you with those areas in your life where you felt like really restrained. That is going to be the moment when you're going to actually find yourself in a certain place, in a certain area where you wouldn't normally be, even more surrounded by a certain person. Something very important is going to start happening here. My gorgeous Virgolinis, watch this space. Someone very special is about to enter your week. This week, okay? And this is just the beginning, and this is like someone really important in your life, okay? Just watch this space, my gorgeous Virgolini, because someone very special is about to enter your lifey. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra, my gorgeous Libra. Libra, 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 libera, 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 libera. This is your vibration being so high. This is your vibration being highly powerful, my gorgeous Libra, especially throughout this week. I'm so happy for you. Do you know why? Because the certain time of crisis is coming to an end. And that time of crisis that it's actually coming to an end, you know, it's connected to like a very tricky part of your life, very tricky part of your dimension. And it's also at the same time, it's going to be an important moment because there is a certain initiative and strength that is coming through, and it's going to start becoming an integral part of your spiritual journey right at the beginning of this week. This is so important. This is so important. This is so important for you to realize that there is going to be the certain part, it's coming to an end. An important discontinuance of the spiritual journey, an important part of your life that was actually dragging for the last 8 months, and you were aware of it, you were thinking about it, you knew that it's coming, but it's just that sometimes you just can't make a decision like that. You need to wait for the certain transition. Now that transition is taking place now, so there is going to be the certain discontinuance of effort that you are going to have. It is not going to be like, oh yeah, fantastic, there is going to be a little bit of disappointment that you are going to have, the little baby disappointment, 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 baby disappointment. I say this and I sing because it doesn't matter. I sing because it's good. I sing because it's brilliant, because it is exactly what it needs to happen to you in your life in order to move on, because now that is going to be not only a really important abandonment of the part of your life that slowly came to an end. The last 8 months were rather important when it comes to you thinking about this, when it comes to you focusing on this, but this is also very important because on one hand it's going to help you to kind of see the little annoying danger, or it's going to be the moment where you're going to think this week, you know what, I don't want to go that way anymore. I don't want to go this direction. I don't want to go that direction, because it's going to be an unfinished business. But when it comes to your life, when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your feelings, something that you knew it was bringing you down, you knew it was making you negative, you knew it was making you unhappy, but you were just trying to give it another go, or you were just trying to kind of find yourself or discover yourself on a slightly different journey. And now you will see that this is going to be certain growth is going to come through that particular situation. And what else you're going to realize, it's about a certain accomplishment and security and power that is going to provide you with realization that you've got more than you need in order to actually move on with your life. So it's so important because it's to do with a certain successful dealings that you are going to have. There is an important negotiation as well that is going to take place, and that negotiation is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, because it is not going to be all about then and there, but it's about the good news, good realization, about a certain success and the money that it's nearly due. Certain success and money that it's nearly due is just going to make you feel ooh la la, yes baby. And that in itself is going to be brilliant, because on one hand it is going to give you immediately a certain vision. There is a psychic moment. Libra, listen to me, with bambinis and bambinas, there is going to be a psychic moment that you're going to have. It is just going to be the vortex of energy that is going to provide you with this realization opportunity without you even realizing. Maybe you could be sitting down and then you just drift a little bit, you fell asleep for a second and you had a bit of a lucid dreaming, or you have a little bit of lucid dreaming, or you're gonna fell asleep for a minute or two, and then you're gonna have some kind of strange realization, visualization. It's to do with visualization, and then your realization that is just going to provide you with this kind of a situation that you will want to attach yourself to, but it's to do with your future, and is to do with this particular vision that you're going to have. At the same time, you will know exactly what to do in order to have a quick change. Swift movement is going to happen. The big part of your life, it's about to start changing, and it's going to move through that particular vision. This is what the power of your mind is going to do. This is what your energy is going to do, and most certainly it is going to bring you wonderful healing and a certain forgiveness. It's also going to be playing an important role in all this. On another hand, it's about the materialistic gain, but also it's not only about the materialistic gain, it's about the security and power that is going to allow you to make certain changes and to actually start drifting towards some kind of adventurous situation in your life. But I say adventurous because you will tap into the certain waters, you tap into the certain energy, tap into the certain dimension where you wouldn't normally tap into, and that is going to provide something absolutely mind-blowing to you. On one hand, you will kind of test your bravery, and that is going to help to build your karma, but on another hand, you're going to find yourself being attached to like an unusual part of your life, an unusual part of your journey, which is just going to become which is going to bring certain perfection, certain harmony, certain honor, and it's all down to the actual materialistic gain, new beginning, and unlimited possibilities that you didn't maybe see before. And this is where things get very, very interesting for you, my gorgeous Libra, because it's almost as like you are just going to start realizing things around you, you're going to start feeling things around, you're going to start sensing things around you, but especially when it comes to you being kind of like drawn towards the new stages, because this is going to come through the actual perfection, recognition, and a certain honor that you're actually going to have. And this is something that you waited for a long time, and this is something that it's not only going to give you like an amazing moment in time when it comes to your own transition, change, an amazing moment in time when it comes to the actual realization that there is going to be the certain sacrifice, very important sacrifice you're going to need to make in order to move on with your life, my gorgeous Libra. But most certainly you will know it's time to do, because there is a certain boredom or certain negativity is just going to start becoming an integral part of your spiritual journey, where you're going to really need to make a certain and necessary adjustments and readjustments in our lives in order to move on. You see, this is so important because it's going to be about the sacrifice and about a certain readjustment, but it's all about a rebirth that is about to take place, because it's the activation and advancement that you're going to feel. You know, it's to do with a certain compatibility, it's to do with a certain adjustment, and it's to do with a certain influence from the right person. This is all going to help you to grow in a very, very important and in a very powerful way. I'm so happy because on one hand there is also going to be the victory and mental clarity that you're going to have, a victory and mental clarity that you are going to have this week, because the justice is going to come through, the justice is going to come forward, and that particular justice is something that is going to give you great determination straight away, something that you expected, something that you were waiting for. But most certainly that justice is going to also help you to make a decision and move on with a very indecisive stage of your life. So basically the bottom line is you're going to make an important decision. This week you will make an important decision. If we go back on like about 2 or 3 weeks ago, you would be like, absolutely no way. But this week you will just grow so high up that you will be able to kind of like tap into this wonderful energy, and that in itself is just going to be that final push that is going to push you to go for it, and also to make an important decision. That decision that you're going to make, it's going to help you to completely see the light at the end of the tunnel, but especially when it comes to the powerless situation that was making you feel like a very low, very stressed, and very uneasy and very uncertain in the past 24 months. So this is going to be quite a big moment indeed, moment of the actual liberation, moment of the certain enterprise, moment of the certain rebirth, you know, great abundance, and also an absolutely mind-blowing illumination and knowledge that you are going to have at the same time. So it's rather important to pay attention to what is on your mind throughout this week, especially the very first thing in the morning, what is on your mind. You know, I said this before, but it's December, it's quite significant when it comes to this particular energy, this vibration. So make sure that you know that you don't forget what is the very first thing on your mind in the morning, but especially like you, for example, you wake up and you think like a car. You're suddenly thinking about, oh, I want to do this on my car or something, and then you didn't think about that before. This is your spirit guides are letting you know, do it, my gorgeous Libra, do it. Pay attention to your car, you know, do that. For example, you wake up in the morning and you're like thinking about, oh, maybe I should buy a new chain or something. Do it. Go and buy a new chain, because at that moment in time when you go there, you're gonna kind of like come across someone, you're gonna meet someone, you're gonna become part of some kind of spiritual journey that is is going to connect to somebody else as well, and there is going to be something absolutely mind-blowing for you at the same time. Please pay attention to this wonderful, absolutely mind-blowing spiritual messages that you are, my gorgeous Libra, are going to have throughout this week. It's going to be absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. Marie, the spirit of Marie is here. That's the third spirit I'm having here tonight saying hello. The spirit of Marie is here, and there is also some kind of letter J. Marie and letter J is so much connected to this particular name. Marie is saying hello. Marie is saying that she's absolutely fine. She's absolutely brilliant, and there was something to do with the plants when it comes to Marie. There's something to do with the leaves, you know. There's something to do, maybe she liked to do plants, and there's something color green as well, very specific. Marie is saying hello to whoever this means to, and she's just saying that she's absolutely fine. She crossed through really nice, you know. She evolved rather nicely as a spirit. Okay, I'm just going to carry on, my gorgeous Libra, and it's just so important because also just remember it is about your own satisfaction, but then again on another hand, make sure that you are actually understanding that you understand that if there is a certain negotiation that you need to have, or if you need to start something new, if you need to start something big, it would be absolutely perfect if you could do it this particular week, because this particular week is going to provide you not only with a sacred energy, sacred power, but it's also going to make everything to kind of happen and to manifest that much quicker, because you will have a certain strength, courage, confidence, accomplishment, and that is going to bring you a control over a situation, and that is going to be the moment that is going to enhance this whole week when it comes to the movements of the things, when it comes to your own advancement, but most certainly wake up call, which is going to lead towards the very, very big moment when it comes to your unfoldment and the balance that you're gonna have. The advice you will receive before the end of the week is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, but it's going to mean to you so much because it's going to come from the right person, and it's going to be that last push that it's time to movie oni, indeed time to move on, my gorgeous Libra. So now I'm going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see which oracle card is going to be your card of the week, my gorgeous Libra. Which oracle card is going to be the card of the week? There you go. Not a surprise at all. This is the moment of enlightenment. You see, my gorgeous Libra, you're about to have one of the greatest enlightenments ever. So that's why I'm saying, when you're going through this powerful door, when you're going through this powerful energy, just make sure you do as much as you can, but make sure that you're doing things differently. Make sure that you kind of go to work in a different path, different way. Make sure that you try different things. You need to make yourself be available to the spirituality in such a sense where you can test the water. You need to tap into as many dimensions as you can this week, my gorgeous Libra, because the balance is coming through you discovering something about yourself, like absolutely vauvumish indeed, but it's going to happen through an element of surprise, and it's going to happen through an element of adventure, and that is going to come from you starting and doing something slightly differently. You will see exactly what I mean, because you are going to reach the level of a very high and very important enlightenment here. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Libra, is like when it comes to the actual health, you see, it's just to basically make sure that you are sitting correctly. Your spine, your back, your top back, and your shoulders are going to be rather sensitive, so make sure you're sitting in the right way. Make sure that you're getting the right exercises, and make sure that you're like sleeping in the right way, sleeping on the side, and also most certainly try to get like a vitamin D. Vitamin D is going to be something that you're going to lack in, so make sure that you're getting like or a natural vitamin D sources, natural vitamin D tablets, or you can go in the sun if you can, like go in the sun. And also make sure to kind of like try to swim. I know it sounds weird, but the swimming is going to help you quite a lot when it comes to like some kind of rejuvenation, special rejuvenation, because when you swim, you can kind of like, you have a contact with water, which is very spiritual, but on another hand, you're moving your muscles, you're moving your body in a completely different directions that you wouldn't normally move. So this is highly advisable. And also, if you can spend more time by the water, like by the lake or by the sea, or any kind of connection and reconnection with the water, is going to give you the world of good, bring you the world of good, and it's going to help you with a certain vision when it comes to the actual psychic moment in your life. Meditation will be a must, because the connection with the spirit guides is going to be very strong. So watch for the words that come to you when you're meditating, especially throughout this week, and also watch for what's the very first thing on your mind. On another hand, what else I was going to say, please try to drink organic chamomile tea, because it's going to help you so much with rejuvenation and to flush out the toxins out of the system as well. Organic chamomile tea I would drink every single day indeed. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it is just basically you're gonna need to work on some kind of problem. You're gonna need to work on something, because something is going to require from both of you to put certain input in this week, because if you don't, then it's going to be like I wouldn't really go for it, because this is going to take a karmic stage, and it's going to stay unresolved, and then it's just going to bounce back, but it's going to be completely different and so much worse than it was at the beginning. So just make sure that any problem that comes up, you just need to deal then and there. It's very, very important. Okay. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Libra, I can see you flirting a lot this week. But at the same time, I'm seeing you meeting someone quite nice, but not in a love wise and not in a flirty wise. It is just some kind of very important person. It's actually going to enter your life this week, but it's not a lover or anything like that. But that person is going to be very important when it comes to you getting a certain advice and realization, when it comes to you meeting. And it's not going to be that long, somebody very special who's about to enter your life. This person is going to be quite an important figure when it comes to all that. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Libra. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my gorgeous Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpio, I have to say something to you, that you just have to go out there, make yourself available throughout this week. Is just so important, because you will not only, there are like about 2 or 3 people that are very important that are going to be around you this week, and you need to gain certain insight from them. You are going to gain certain insight from them. That insight is going to be also at the same time very powerful realization. On one hand, it's the people who really know you, it's the people who really understand you are going to confirm something to you. But on another hand, there is the certain advice and idea that you are going to have from them. The bottom line is, my gorgeous Scorpiones, please see who is telling you something, who is trying to tell you something this week. Okay, it's going to be your family member. If you have family, it's going to be your friend. It's going to be your, it's going to be somebody who's very important in your life. It's going to be your partner if you've got one, lover. Okay, it's going to be somebody who is very important figure in your life, who is going to try to tell you something, who is going to tell you something, and do not ignore them, because there is something very, very wise that you're going to be told. Okay, very wise. And that in itself is just going to immediately become like a rather important sound judgment for you. But it's going to be connected to the serene knowledge. Something is going to trigger you at the same time. But it's so good, because on one hand you will know it's to do with the common sense, but on another hand, it's to do with a certain penetration when it comes to your life, and when it comes to actually a certain education, certain hidden emotion that you're going to find out and realize about yourself, practicality, but most importantly, where you feel restrained. What is blocking you? What is preventing you to move on? What is preventing you to be happy? What is preventing you to have a big smile on your face? I'm not saying that you're having it, but it's going to be the waters are going to be rather murky this week. But that's so important, because when they're murky, you're just, my gorgeous Scorpione, going to find yourself swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming and swimming until the water is crystal clear. And it is going to happen crystal clear before the end of this week. There's a very important option gonna be saying, hello Scorpione, take me. Something that is missing, it's gonna be connected to this. This is also going to be connected to the certain happiness, but also realization at the same time. You know what? It is a bit of a fantasy maybe that you were like kind of going on for. It was a little bit unrealistic attitudes and imagination that you had, a little bit of daydreams when it comes to the certain stage of your life. So there is something going to come to an end. This is not, oh yes, come to an end right then and now. No, this is only the beginning of your realization. And that is going to shake you up a little bit, because it's on one hand going to make you feel very optimistic. On another hand, it's going to push you. On the third hand, it's going to like enhance this particular bravery that needed to be enhanced. You know, this is so important, and it's immediately going to make you realize and put you in touch with some kind of heartbreaking situation in your life. But just remember, if anyone pisses you off, I know it's a word, pisses you off. Even I don't really swear or anything, so when I say something, I just like, oh, I'm with myself, like, oh my god, I just said pisses you off. Anyway, yeah. So it basically, if somebody becomes the part of your mind, please don't hold any grudges. It's just so important, because you will release yourself. It's not even about them. It's not even about who you hold a grudge for or against or anything like that or with. But it's just about you actually bringing a healing into your life, you allowing yourself to evolve. So anyone who is like kind of makes you angry this week, or anyone who is like does something to you and you're like unhappy with them, don't hold any grudge, just forgive them. Or simply, if somebody becomes the part of your mind, you know, like if you're remembering someone, oh yeah, what she did to me, what he did to me, no, just it's so important to release, let it go. I know it's easy for me to say, oh yeah, just forget, you know, forgive and forget, forgive and forget. Yes, I know. Sometimes it's almost impossible. But if you can forgive and forget, it would be absolutely fantastic, because it's all about you releasing yourself from that situation. Okay, you moving on from that situation, nothing to do with that person. Okay, nothing to do with them. It's about you. On another hand, you know what else I was going to say? It's just a basically new plan. It's about a new plan that is going to come through, new wish that is immediately going to become a solid stage, solid option in your life, because it's to do with something you always wanted to do, something you always wanted to take, something you always wanted to go for. And it's just so much along the line. It's going to test your bravery, rather challenging situation, but you're going to do so well. But because you're going towards a very big accomplishment, you are at the same time going to be so busy with a bright new prospect, new direction, unlimited possibilities. You are going to realize a little hidden enemy along the way. And the enemy that you're going to realize is also going to be the part of this process, and the part of the toxic people, the part of the toxic group and the toxic situation, negative people, negative situation that you actually wanted to move on. So this is going to happen at exactly the right time. What else I was going to say, you know what? Because you are going to have a very strong power this week. You're going to be praised when you didn't think that you will be praised, and also something is going to surprise you, and that praise is going to make you feel very good about yourself, and it's going to enhance your power, and it's going to enhance your radiance. It's going to be rather varoomish moment in time, and most certainly you will have control over a situation which is going to bring you strength, courage, you know, conviction and energy, determination that you didn't have in a really long time, and that in itself is going to provide you with the confidence, accomplishment. Absolutely fantastic. And the good news about your work, it's a great honor, because somebody's going to praise you up as well. And on another hand, if you are looking for work, if you're looking for a job, just keep going throughout this week, because whatever you go for, it is going to bring you blessings, and blessings are going to provide you with a certain opportunities possibilities that you wouldn't have normally. So that is going to not only be rather magical time for you, but you're going to find out something quite significant about yourself through your own unfoldment, activation, harmony, celebration, new beginning, because the completion, very important completion of your journey, it's going to become evident here. Absolutely mind-blowing moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpionis, indeed. Absolutely mind-blowing moment in time. The powerless situation is going to become the greatest moment of liberation, and which is going to help you to make an absolutely mind-blowing decision. And that decision is also going to be so important, because it's going to help you to be happy again. It's going to help you with your own success. It's going to help you with your own power. It's going to help you with your own energy. You're reaching a very important moment in time, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Scorpio, come out to play. Most certainly it's time to come out to play. Time to come out to play and be as open-minded as you can. Be as adventurous as you can. You will have a sacred power. You're going to be very clever this week. I'm not saying that you're clever, like you're not clever normally, but I'm saying that you're going to have a sacred cleverness around you. You will surprise yourself this week. You will be doing things. You will go around and you will be saying things, and you're going to say like, oh my God, did I say this? Did I do that? Yeah, this is nothing unusual. This is all about your own victory and mental clarity, which is leading towards a very important stage and moment in your life, which is leading towards your own success. It's all about creativity, beginning and start of something very important, which is going to take place before the end of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, okay? You will discover something very special about yourself. Okay, so now I'm just going to say, my gorgeous Scorpioni, for those of you that are actually wondering about health, you know, it is just so important for you to make sure that you are taking protein. Protein is going to be super important. You know, like a protein food, you have to be very careful because they're filled with all sorts of chemicals. So you can stick to like either like a pure protein without soya always. Okay, so any protein, high protein that you could use actually for you know, eggs, they contain like around 6 grams of protein, 6 to 8 grams of protein. You see, each egg, it's very important, 6 to 8 grams of protein. It contains all 6 amino acids, and it contains at around 8 grams of protein, I think. This is what it is, yeah, with eggs. Organic eggs, like a free range, please, it would be fantastic. But if you could make it like a cook it, boil it, and then have it like a that, you know, pure, without any oil, without any margarine or anything like that. So this is what I would recommend, to have at least 1 egg, like a boiled egg a day. On another hand, if you can't, then you can find your own sorts of like a protein, like a nuts are rich, walnuts are rich in Brazil nuts, you know, certain nuts are very rich in protein, but of course if you're not allergic to nuts, you know, or there are other things, but as long as it's natural, it's very important for you to work on the protein for your body, because it's going to be quite essential for you to do so. On another hand, avoid any sweets, any chocolates, any cakes, any desserts this week, please, because it's going to lower your vibration. Try to drink just water, not tap water, because it's filled with fluoride, ew. But try to get like a bottled water. Just try to get like a bottled water and just drink as much as you can. It will be rather important. And another thing that I was going to say to you is just to basically try to make sure that you are drinking aloe vera juice. Aloe vera juice, I would highly suggest you to drink through organic aloe vera juice throughout this week, because it's going to help you with a little bit of stomach pain. Not stomach pain, but the digestion is going to be quite unusual, because his stomach is going to have a certain like a negative energy around it. So that's why I just need you like to drink aloe vera juice. And also if you could take like an organic chamomile tea, it would be absolutely fantastic. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And also another thing that I was going to say, circulation is going to be quite sensitive, so you either go for fish oils, or either go for like a cod liver oil, or you either go for flaxseed oil. The difference is the fish oil comes with they get it from the scrapped body of the fish, and then they get like omega-3 fish oil. I know it sounds gross, sorry, but this is what it is. And then cod liver oil comes with from the actual cod liver, but it contains vitamins A and D as well. And flaxseed oil is just doing the same thing, but it's the natural plant source of omega-3. So either of three would be quite good for you, for your circulation, and to boost your immune system as well. I highly recommend you, my gorgeous Scorpione. So now for those of you that are actually in relationship, this is absolutely mind-blowing moment in time. I really like it because there is something very important going to happen to those of you in relationship, like a very important, very significant stage. Just watch this space, okay? This is going to be important. Most certainly great. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy it, you know what? I really like this because it's all about a certain security, safety, and it's all about a certain realization when it comes to home, when it comes to big change. There's some kind of money gain that you are going to get, but at the same time, you're going to meet someone rather vavavumish. This is why I said to you, my gorgeous Scorpionis, you're going to meet someone rather sexy this week, rather vavavumish, and that person is going to be brilliant because it's going to help you with your own balance. It's going to help you with your own reflection. You're going to feel good around that person, and that person is going to feel good around you. Be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Scorpionis. This week you're going to meet someone very special. Okay, watch this spacey. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. Sagittarini, the energy this week, it's like, oh my God, very important, very powerful. Do you know, on one hand, it's going to be a very interesting moment in time because you are going to find yourself in the vortex of energy where you're just going to feel a very strong connection to everything around you, and that is going to illuminate quite a lot. It's going to be opening your mind, and it is most certainly going to open your mind. And what is this going to do? It is going to make a very strong clear way, very strong path with your past, but with good things in your past, and that in itself is just going to start with you feeling slightly nostalgic. Okay, that is going to start with you feeling slightly nostalgic, but that is going to be the golden moment, because whether you realize this or not, whether you will be aware of this or not, maybe you can sleep, and this you can connect to this situation through your dreams. You can connect to this situation through your meditation, through the lucid dreaming, through all sorts of ways. But most certainly that is going to be an important moment because it is also going to make you realize something is missing in your life. Something that you should be doing, and something that is meant to be part of your life, something that you used to be determined to do, determined around, but you're not doing it, and this life is too short. And that's why this is so important to understand that there is a very big passion of yours that you should be doing, you should be making, you should be enjoying, you should be living, but you're not doing it. So that's why this is going to be absolutely sacred insight. On one hand, you're going to rediscover yourself again, but on another hand, that is going to also bring you realization, advice, and insight, realization through this, with a problem that was slow, that was really slowing everything down, that was preventing you to move on, and that was preventing you to have this wonderful unfoldment that you're going to have after this moment in time. And that unfoldment is going to lead towards a very important change. And that change is just going to shake you a little bit, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because it's just going to be all connected to you. Maybe realizing, like maybe defeating situation with a certain stage of your life. It's at the end, it didn't go as successful as you would have thought so, but that doesn't matter. It's all about doing things, starting things, making different things, doing different things, and being open-minded as adventurers. The bottom line is, this is going to be the biggest time of the actual transition intuition, and it's to do with you realizing, you know what, like I've got everything I need to in order to move on, but it is about a certain sacrifice, readjustment, regeneration, which is going to lead towards a very big, huge, massive moment in your life. Not only you will kind of have a challenging situation as well, you'll be very brave, because something is also going to kind of require from you to act very quickly. There is no need for me to say, oh, step back from the situation, take some time out, or don't rush into any decisions, my babies, because you are not going to have time for that. You are going to make a decision, and that decision is going to be very important. That decision is at the same time going to be very sacred. It's going to liberate you. It's going to also be showered with a certain knowledge, which is going to help you to illuminate other sections in your life, which is going to provide you with a very important intuition. But on another hand, that is going to help you to realize that the swift change and movement is going to take place much sooner, and you are going to start something very important here at the beginning of something very special. It's going to take 1 year, I know, yeah, 1 year, but this is all coming through your own reflection. Just remember, one step at a time. You are going to plant a very important seed here, which on another hand is telling you it's going to be very fertile, highly fertile time when it comes to spirituality. So anything to start, anything to manifest, negotiations, judgment, anything this week will be fantastic. But the actual seed that you're going to plant is going to have the second stage in December 2020. It's going to be mind-blowing when it comes to you, but this is going to be highly powerful time and highly connected to that part of your life. Oh my Lord. On another hand, you are going to make a judgment. There is an important judgment that you're going to need to make, and that judgment is going to come purely through you seeing the transforming situation, a rebirth situation coming through, and that is also going to symbolize at the same time you perceiving certain danger before it actually happens, which is amazing and it's really good. But spiritually, you are going to go to a very highlighting moment in time, very enlightening moment in time, and that is going to be something so important that through your own judgment you're gonna make an important judgment, and that is only going to happen because you're gonna have a perfect balance, and you will be able to stretch your mind that much further. And all you're gonna need to do is just remember, be efficient. The moment is coming, and this is really important. This is really good. It's so much to do with honor. It is so much to do with the actual faith. It's so much to do with a certain inspiration, bright prospects that you are going to have, but it's so much to do with the mixing the past. Oh my God, this is so important, Sagittarini, because you're going to mix it. I know exactly what this is. I feel this like there is no tomorrow, but you're going to mix certain things from the past. The past is so important. Us enjoying ourselves in this world is so important, and us doing things that we should be doing is so important. And most importantly, do things you want to do things that makes you feel happy, do things that make you feel good, do things that inspire you. This is all going to become highly radiant stage in your life this week, my gorgeous Sagittarius. My Lord, I don't even know how to explain this. Very wise, very important, and you're going to release yourself from these karmic chains that were preventing you to move on, that was preventing you to be happy, and that was slowing you down. After this week, your life is going to start unfolding rather beautifully. Yes, it's going to be very good week when it comes to business. Yes, a lot is going to be happening. It's going to be busy, like really busy, but at the same time, it's going to be very sacred, and you will make a big decision, big decision when it comes to your home and when it comes to your direct environment. I really like it because it's just all about the actual satisfaction and pleasure and determination that you are going to have through your own adventure, which is just going to make you feel absolutely mind-blowingly enthusiastic, but it's also at the same time going to realize opportunities are waiting for you and waiting. Sagittarius, we are here where you wouldn't recognize them before. Wow, absolutely mind-blowing, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Absolutely mind-blowing time indeed. I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards and I'm going to see what card is yours. And there you go. Absolutely incredible. This is a very important moment in time for you to take action. Sagittarini, what problems do you have that you didn't deal with them? Do it. What situations, what issues you have that you're just waiting for, I don't know who to deal with. It's time for you to deal with things. You are going to have a sacred power. You're gonna have a sacred wiseness throughout this week, and you are going to find yourself doing things and talking about things and solving things out without you even realizing. This is how powerful your mind is going to be. You're going to be sacredly guided. Indeed, time to do things in order to advance yourself. You are going to find quite a few challenging situations. Just remember, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Now, my gorgeous Sagittarians, it's time to jump in the water. Indeed, absolutely remarkable. Through your own actions, you're going to bring your own adventure. Through your own adventure, something very important is going to happen. Unlimited possibilities. Oh my Lord. Okay. Now, basically, for those of you that are actually in relationship, you know, it is very, very good. Something very successful is going to happen to both of you. Something that you waited, something that you were longing for, something that you were expecting, something that you were hoping it's going to happen. It's going to take place. And you're both going to realize, wow, a successful combination, something very successful is going to happen. And it is going to provide you with some kind of option that you're both going to benefit from. But at the same time, you're going to secure something important when it comes to your future. For those of you Sagittarians that are actually in for those of you, do you know what? I took a second of thinking, because I've just realized that I didn't say to you what to take for your health. So I'm just going to say this and then I'm going to say health. But it's just basically, it's to do a lot with the actual, for those of you that are single, do you know what? The beginning of someone very special who is going to enter your life. It's actually going to happen here. Someone very special. It's going to enter your life. But there is some kind of journey or some kind of departure or some kind of like a different country is going to be somehow connected to that person. Okay? Something that's going to be so much connected to like some kind of trip, some kind of departure, and some kind of different country to you, or that person will kind of be from a different country, or it will look like completely different to you, if that makes any sense. However, someone very special is about to start entering your life, my gorgeous Sagittarians, and please do me a favor, make yourself available, go out there, meet as many people as you can, because it's going to be 5 minutes until the special person come through. And it's also number 14. It's very relevant when it comes to meeting this person. Okie dokie, let me know. Okay, what I was going to say, my gorgeous Sagittarians, is basically, when it comes to your health, you see, it's your fingers. It's your hands and your fingers. You need to do exercises. You need to make sure that you are doing some kind of exercise if you can. Okay, it's just so important. And also try to go outside. Try to get the vibration from the forest, vibration from the land, vibration from nature. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you, and it's going to help you so much when it comes to your grounding and when it comes to your medications. Oh my God. Medications. Sorry. Meditations are also going to be just as important this week. But also make sure that you are sleeping with a good quality pillow. Make sure that you've got a good quality pillow in between your legs, because it's going to help you with your back to relax them as well. It's going to be quite sensitive area. And on another hand, please just make sure that you are taking like a calcium, because it's going to help you with your bones, like a natural calcium. And also just make sure that you are like basically using organic acerola cherry powder, which is on one hand going to help you with like vitamin C levels, cold and flu symptoms, and on another hand it's going to help you with your mouth and with like gums are going to be quite sensitive. On another hand, also make sure that you're using natural toothpaste without fluoride, toothpaste with tea tree and aloe vera, and mouthwash without fluoride with tea tree and aloe vera would be highly advisable. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about It's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my powerful Capricornius. Capricornius, Capricornius, Capricornius. There is going to be a really wonderful surprise for you this week. Right at the beginning of this week, you're going to have a really nice surprise, and it's just basically going to come through your own kind of wise situation, something that you decided about 13 months ago. About 13 months ago, you made a certain decision. Maybe you were uncertain. Maybe it was the kind of clear, the focus wasn't as clear, but you were following your intuition. You were following your intuition. You were following your intuition. Perhaps people around you said, "Oh, what are you doing? No, that's not the right thing to do." But you just knew it because you followed your bliss. You followed your magic. You followed your own reflection, and that was like a very enhancing moment in time when it comes to your instinct. You knew what you had to do. What is my point here? Capricornius. My point here is that you are having absolute bounce back here. It's absolutely mind-blowing to me how good this week is going to be. A challenge is just going to provide you with an absolutely remarkable opportunity. You are going to have a certain challenge. You're going to find it like, oh my God, I'm not too sure, but you're going to do so well, and that in itself is going to provide you with a certain opportunity, and that in itself is just going to help you to reflect on a very slow stage of your life. And on another hand, it is going to help you to kind of like realize that there is some kind of like a plan waiting for you. Some kind of new option is going to start manifesting out of that particular direction, out of that particular situation, out of this particular spiritual journey. It's important because the bottom line is you were really wise when you made this decision, and that is just so good because you will learn something very special. It's a lot to do with education, wise education when it comes to your spiritual education. But then in another hand, you're going to find out a certain emotion about yourself, and that in itself is also going to help you to actually be more free, be more happy, be more excited, be more out there, but still kind of like doing everything, but just kind of like without feeling like really having your hands tied back, or without feeling this heavy karma that was karma that was preventing you to actually move on until you deal with a certain stage in your life. This was all kind of very much so to do with an enlightenment, very big option, very big new beginning, but it was a lot to do with a certain timing. 13 is the sacred number. 13, it's a very powerful number, and that is just basically going to be direct result of this. This is to do with your transformation. This is to do with your rebirth. This is to do a lot throughout this week. Changes that are going to come through your own reflection. Number 13, it's also going to bring you an amazing moment in time when you're going to realize that there is going to be conclusion. The problem that was driving you nuts, for the last 3 years, now it is just going to be confirmed through very important people in your life that it's coming to an end. The conclusion, it's going to bring you a reason for celebration. Celebration is going to make you feel so ecstatic on another hand, and it's just going to provide you with a beautiful light at the end of the tunnel, and very, very inspiring moment in time. It's going to bring you the actual enthusiasm. That particular enthusiasm that you will have is just going to start to begin. It's going to be the start of something very special, very, very special when it comes to you taking a new direction. Not completely new direction, but it's just some kind of option that is just going to overshine everything that you have done so far, because it's going to make you feel so good about yourself. It's going to make you feel so great about yourself, and that is going to just pick you up in so many different ways. Your self-esteem is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and that on another hand is just going to be something else that is just going to become rather magical moment in time, that is bringing you not only your blessings, but it's also going to help you to shine a light in your own particular way, and it's also going to help you to discover something very sacred about your life, about your spiritual journey, something very powerful about yourself, about your life, about your spiritual journey that you're not doing, but what you should be doing, that you're not kind of paying attention to, but you should be paying attention to. You see, it's just so important, because it's not only about the actual enthusiasm, but it's the unlimited possibilities that you are going to realize about you, about yourself, if you make one necessary adjustment. That necessary adjustment is also going to make you feel so good, and it's going to become such a wonderful and lovely obsession in your life, because on one hand it's going to make you realize the accomplishment that you wouldn't have, and that is just going to give you warmish confidence when you needed to have this. But also the control over a situation is going to bring you a quite important realization that, you know, there is going to be certain idea that you're also going to have, and that idea is just going to be so good, actually, because it's going to help you to prevent a certain conflict. Oh la la, my gorgeous Capricornians, you're so powerful this week. You're going to do so much. You're going to be part of all sorts of situations, but most certainly it's to do with a knot, you know, not an energy knot that was caused in between you and somebody else. Something was stayed unresolved in between you and someone else in your life, and that is going to bounce back, and you are actually, through this, all this that I said, you're actually going to prevent some kind of like conflict. You're going to be able to prevent conflict, and it's going to come directly from you, from your energy, from your power, from your beauty, by resolving the problem instead of letting it to kind of evolve to a whole different level. And that is going to help you realize, oh la la, I'm psychic, I'm medium, I'm spiritual. No, this is very good, because you will realize this is so good, because it's not going to be so as simple or easy to do, but by the end of the week you will see this absolutely, this unfoldment of this is going to make you realize that you not only prevented yourself from having a conflict, but you prevented yourself from kind of entering some kind of stage that would have taken like completely different turn, completely different way, into some kind of dark deepness. But most certainly, my gorgeous babies, you will be able to escape that situation. Not only like you escape that situation, but this is all due to your own karma. This is all due to your own perfection, and this is all due to your own suspension, transition, and change, and most certainly the good influence that is at the same time going to confirm something very, very special and very, very important and very powerful for you at the same time. Do you know what? I just like it so much, because it's going to be inspiration and potential that you're going to have out of the situation that was like kind of like preventing you to move on, because you were uneasy, you were kind of uncertain, you know, because you were worrying that this is going to be difficult time to actually start such a new project or something new, because you have to think about everything else, you have to look at everything else in the picture, but most certainly your own personal security and power, whatever you do, you must not put that in danger. So now that is going to balance out rather nicely, rather wonderfully, and it's just going to bring a really nice and active, determined moment in time. You know, I really like it, because you're gonna find yourself like having a certain you know, the certain advancement, and that advancement that you're gonna find yourself also is just gonna be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual justice. Capricornius, if you're waiting for some kind of justice, you know, this week you're gonna get your justice, and it's so much to do not only with you, but it's to do with a certain people in your life. It's to do with like a certain people that are very important in your life. And that justice that you're going to have, it's not only going to make you feel like so optimistic, it's not only going to help you to be free, but as I said, it's going to just kind of like be so infectious around the people that are so important to you, around people in your life, people who you love and people who love you. There is a lot going to start changing here, and I'm so happy for you, because you are taking your life on the whole next level, and this is all purely through your own work, to your own big change that is going to be connected to this as well. But it's about the actual recognition, you know. It's so important. You see, delight. This is so powerful. This is a sacred moment in time, my gorgeous Capricornians. Okay, it's a sacred moment in time. Watch for the little bird this week. See this? This is your omen. Watch for the little bird. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, when you see a little bird, and there's something going to be very significant about this bird, the way it's going to fly, its color, what it's going to be doing, where is it going to be standing or sitting, you know, whatever, eating, you know, something is going to be very, very different. very unusual, and you will get the attention. And when you see this bird, you will also pay attention to what you were thinking at around the time. But when you see the bird, you will know the time of adjustment is coming. Okay, the time of change is coming, Capricornius, and it's going to be brilliant. Not only this is going to be the greatest knowledge, not only you will escape some kind of tricky situation, not only you're about to discover yourself through your own victory and mental clarity, not only this is going to be highly creative time for you, but this is all about the actual determination that you will have at the end of this week, an option, initiative and strength that is about to change your life. Indeed. Okay, so now basically I'm just going to say what is going to happen with those of you who are wondering about health. Capricornius, do you know what? It is actually your chest. Your chest is going to be a little bit sensitive this week. Please, please, please try to... Oh gosh, try to avoid smoking, do you know what I mean? Try to avoid like unhealthy environments if you can, you know, and try to basically just be as healthy as possible, and also try to get something like echinacea. Echinacea is a very powerful herb which is going to help you to boost your immune system. Echinacea comes in a tincture or in a capsule, you know. I would prefer tincture because it gets into the bloodstream quicker, so it works quicker by increasing the white cell count in the body. But it's very important because it's going to help you to boost your immune system. You take this for like about 6 weeks, then you take 2 weeks break, then you take for 6 weeks, then you take 2 weeks break, and then you take a longer break. You don't take this like all the time, you see. And echinacea is very important also in general to boost your immune system. And also, what else I was going to say, garlic. It will be so important. I know garlic has got a strong smell, yes, I know, but garlic, I would highly suggest if you can get an organic normal garlic and eat 1 clove a day every single day. I know maybe even if you drink it like at night, eat it at night before you go to sleep, so maybe you can't have such a strong smell the next day if you're worrying about the smell. Do you know what I mean? But it's just so important because it's going to help you, garlic, to boost your immune system. Garlic is super, super, super powerful indeed. Okay? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay? For those of you in relationship, my lord, you are reaching a very, very, very important stage. Very important stage, and it's going to surprise you because something is going to happen quicker, something is going to happen sooner, and that is going to provide you with an option you wouldn't normally have. Ooh la la, it's going to be good indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy it, you know, ooh la la, somebody very important is entering your life, my gorgeous Capricornius. You know, those of you that are single, if you want to be in relationship, you're not going to be single for too long. There is someone very special walking into your life, about to walk into your life. You don't know this person yet, but this person is going to be very attractive to you because it's going to be like very optimistic, very open-minded, and they're going to have lots of ideas and designs, and that is going to inspire you. So this is going to be the beginning of like something very significant when it comes to like two people like kind of being attracted to each other, but it's going to take one step at a time. Watch this space, my gorgeous Capricornians. Watch this space. Who is going to inspire you because they've got so many ideas and designs. Watch this space, my babies. Okay. So the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Aquamarinis. Aquarius. Aquarius. When the moon is in the 7th house, Aquamarinis are around the place. Aquamarinis are rising and taking over. Aquamarini. Now listen to me, it is just so... Okay, I don't know... I don't even know how to say this because it is just basically you had patience where you needed to have patience. And sometimes you can explode like everybody else can explode at some point, stress, strobe, that's absolutely fine. And that's why because you're very emotional, you're very sensitive, you're very powerful, you're very psychic, you're very empathic. So this is why emotions are very high, because you can get your mind so much further, you can stretch your mind so much further. And that's why sometimes you can be like a little bit emotional, just like every other sign have something about themselves. But then again, you just knew you had to be patient. You see, this is when this cleverness of Aquamarinis, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, this is when your cleverness is going to come through. This is when your cleverness is about to bring your balance, because you were very clever in the last 6 months and you didn't want to react, or you didn't want to overreact. You know something, the little secrets, about the certain issues in your life, about the certain problematic people in your life. But sometimes, it's not all about like coming out to people and talking about the problems and discussing problems and discussing issues. Sometimes you need a little bit more evidence, but it's not just only about the actual evidence, but sometimes it's just about focusing on your life and doing things, progressing things in your own way, and making sure that you stay committed to the task at hand, making sure that you don't think negative, making sure that you don't curse anyone, and you must have done quite a lot right actually in order to lead to this moment, because this moment is coming slightly sooner, slightly earlier to you, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, which is now December 2019. This is very, very good, and you are about to have a challenge. The challenge that you're going to have at the beginning of this week, please don't get me wrong, oh God, not another challenge. No, don't get me wrong. You are about to have a challenge at the beginning of this week, and the challenge that you're going to have, it's going to be again somebody in your life. It's going to kind of pull you for like shoulder, or it's going to, I just made that up, it's going to pull you for a shoulder, I just made that up. My God, somebody's going to pull you for a sleeve or whatever. Somebody in your life is just going to try to agitate you a little bit at the beginning of this week, but you are just going to be absolutely reacting in a way that you wouldn't normally react to, and that in itself is just going to make your spirit grow without you even realizing. And not only you will prevent a certain conflict, you're basically going to have a resolution through this, because you allowed your spirit to grow to this particular level. And this particular level that is coming slightly earlier than it would normally it would have happened at around 2020. It would happen anyway, but now you are provided with an opportunity, with this powerful karmic moment, to make this adjustment. This is exactly what you're going to do, but at the same time you are just suddenly going to find yourself seeing crystal clear, feeling crystal clear, sensing crystal clear, the clarity where there wasn't clarity before, because the energy is just going to start shifting this week, and it's going to help you see and reach so much further around you, which is on another hand going to help you to swim through the beautiful clear waters, instead of like trying to swim through the dark murky waters and trying to find your way out. Now you found your way out, you are going to find yourself in clear waters, and this is going to be the peak of something very, very important. You know what? Emotionally you're going to start thinking, oh my Lord, there is emotional change. Emotionally something is going to change, and it's the life. Okay, it's a circle of life. It's life, it's things that happen in life that we can't change. Okay, whether you know or you don't what I mean, but it's connected to somebody in your life, and somebody that emotionally something is you're going to become aware of something, that a certain moment is coming, but then that moment it's also going to be connected as well to letter J, like that, letter J and the heart and letter J. But then that moment is coming. This is something that you knew, but then again it is just almost impossible for you not to react, and almost impossible for you not to kind of like think in a certain way. But that is just also going to be the part of this particular transition. It's going to be part of this the particular change, and it's also going to be an important moment when your spirit is actually going to grow like there is no tomorrow. Emotionally literally you're going to be kind of balancing out like quite a few things at the same time, and you Aquamarinis can take so much on. It's absolutely unbelievable. I really look up to you in so many different ways, Aquamarinis, because you seem to be able to deal with few things at the same time, you know, where some other signs, you know, they can like deal with one or two things and they get affected so much, but you will be dealing about 4 different things that are highly emotional, but you will be growing so much to this process like this. There is no tomorrow. In fact, by the time you get to the end of this week, you are actually going to not only be at the beginning of something absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to some kind of adventure in your life, but it's just the possibilities that you're going to realize about your life that you couldn't realize before, or you did realize, but it wasn't time for you to pay attention to, so they weren't kind of as illuminated as they illuminating going to be now. You're entering a very special stage of the vortex, where now, by the end of this week, the problems, the emotional feelings and emotions, you know, the certain emotional problems that you had are slowly going to come to an end. This is beautifully going to provide you at the end of the week for you to also, you know, for you to kind of focus and for you to kind of realize and kind of like for you to have your own transition and change, because you are going to have a control over a situation like you didn't have throughout this year. There is materialistic gain that you are going to have. Certain wealth, it's going to become very significant here when it comes to your own success, when it comes to the things that you have been doing. But also at the same time, you're going to make an important decision. The land is going to be highly fertile indeed when it comes to spirituality. And this is when things are going to get rather interesting, because you are dealing with, you're going through your own rebirth, and you are going to plant a spiritual seed, which is going to take place the next which is going to have a really big moment in February 2020. The February 2020, it is going to be the continuation of the moment that you are going to make. You're going to do something really important here. You're going to do something so significant. You're going to start something so good. You're going to start something so successful. This is going to change your life. And it's to do with a new plan, it's to do with a new option, it's to do with all these things that I said that came to an end now spiritually, karmically, and it provided you with this option. Okay, so you are going to start something absolutely mind-blowing, which is going to take place in February 2020. This is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and it's purely coming through you realizing that there is unsatisfied desires and struggle, you know, with a certain part of your life, and you will want to cut this out, and you will want to make a readjustment, and that in itself is going to immediately provide you with a swift change, and that is going to also provide you with a psychic moment about your life, about your future, about people in your life, and about what you need to do, and which changes exactly you need to make, and what exactly still you need to do in order to get where you want to get. Absolutely remarkable moments in time, because the new beginning, new start, new seed, new option, it's going to grow beautifully and fantastically in February, as I said, 2020. And this is purely coming from your recognition, from your honor, from the actual ultimate change capability. And also this is all about the reward from hard work, success, and admiration from others. And a couple of other people that are going to admire you this week, and this is going to mean to you so much. It is going to mean to you so much as well. It's going to help you in so many different ways, because honestly, this is the moment in time when it's all about your recognition, it is all about your power, and it's also all going to be about the beginning of adventure and enthusiasm, initiative, you know, unlimited possibilities, as I said, but also the reason to be happy, because most certainly this is going to bring a wonderful unfoldment before the end of this week. And this is all about the harmony, all about the excitement, all about the completion, but at the same time the new beginning that is going to take place as well. Absolutely fantastic, and it's a remarkable moment in time, because it's just going to bring you the whole new inspiration and potential and that is going to be rather vava-voomish, because it's going to help you with your optimism, with your energy levels. Your energy levels are going to be much better this week. It's going to be perfect time to please make sure you meditate, make sure you reward yourself, go somewhere for a couple of days, go somewhere for a day, like a spa or something. It's so important for you to spiritually connect and reconnect, because it's going to be absolutely vava-voomish week indeed, in so many different ways, and expect to hear a good news about a certain person that you were worrying about, certain like a family member. There's going to be a really good news that you are going to hear, and that is going to help you to move on from a certain worries. You worrying, it's not good, and it's preventing you to move on. And also, just remember, the very slow stage of your life, it's coming to an end in the form of like a very, it's instead of a standstill, now it's going to be like a swift change. And it's so important, because it's just like all about not only that you're going to make like a really important decision, but there is the courage that you're going to have, the bravery that you're going to have. You're going to surprise yourself. You're going to surprise yourself. And what is going to happen of indecisive situation, you're going to make a very important decision, and that decision is going to help you not only with the powerless situation, not only with things that are bringing you down, that are preventing you to move on, but it's going to be the greatest moment of liberation for you, which is going to lead towards your own rebirth. You're going to need to change, make certain changes, or it's like, oh my God, but then again, it's necessary to do in order for you to move on. There is still a toxic person around you, okay? On another hand, look at this. You will take a certain risk without even realizing. Oh my God. And this is not surprising me at all. There is an important risk that you are going to take, okay? That is going to help you to realize something very important about yourself, very important about your journey, but also very important about a certain person that is rather toxic around you. Who is that? Okay? And now I'm going to give you like special look. Embrace the change. Look at this. Embrace the change. Aquamarines, listen to me very carefully. Okay? Make sure you remember your dreams. And also make sure that you pay attention to what's the very first thing on your mind in the morning. I know I'm keep on about it, but make sure, because there is something is going to surprise you. You're going to wake up one morning and there is going to be something, it's going to be like completely part of your spiritual journey. You will want to change, you will need to change it, you will need to do it differently. You're going to be surprised, but you will know it's the right way to do. You will know it's the right thing to do. Okay? Because you will embrace the very, very, very important change. And the realization is going to come to you through the spirituality. The very first thing in the morning, when you're so spiritually connected to all sorts of dimensions, you will see exactly what I mean, Aquamarine is important. Okay, so now I'm just going to check your health, my gorgeous Aquamarines. I'm just going to check your health now. It is basically, make sure B vitamins are super important, because you're going to have a little bit of baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress. Baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress. It's just a baby stress, a little stress. You're gonna have, please try to make sure that you're taking B vitamins. I said this before. So you're gonna make sure that you're taking natural B vitamins. So if you can't, like a natural form of B vitamins, or like eat food like which is rich in B vitamins, very important, because this is going to be good for your this is going to be good for your stress level. Stress levels is just so important. Try to avoid coffee as much as you can this week. And also try to drink like organic chamomile tea, because it's going to help you to flush out the toxins, like very, very important. And make sure that you're using toothpaste without like a fluoride, and a mouthwash without fluoride, toothpaste with aloe vera gel, and maybe tea tree, and mouthwash with aloe vera gel and tea tree would be ideal. And also, as I said, try to make sure that you're taking organic acerola cherry powder the very first thing in the morning every single day. It's going to help you to replenish change your vitamin C levels, but your gums are going to be rather sensitive, and this is going to be helping your gums at the same time. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medication or existing medications or not. Okay, so now my gorgeous aquamarines, you know what, for those of you that are in relationship, there is a resolution to the problem is coming. Something annoying, something that was driving you nuts, something that was really getting on your nerves, and something that was part of your life for the last 3 months that was preventing you to move on. So the certain problem that was part of your lives for the last 3 months is coming to an end, certain problem. And it's a wonderful conclusion, which is just going to bring you beautiful healing at the same time, because it looks like it was just driving you nuts so much, and it was like taking quite a lot from you, maybe lots of energy. So this is really great, because at the same time it's going to be very satisfactory, and the compromise, an important compromise. Okay, so now basically, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my god, there is someone very, very special about to walk into your life, you know. But this is just the beginning, okay? And this is just the first stage, okay? And it's also going to happen when you least expect it, and it's going to happen while you're outside, and it's going to happen when you're really, really spiritual in many different ways, and it's going to happen when you're so happy, and that happy reflection of yours, it's about to start inviting this very, very special person. So there is someone very, very, very special about to enter your life, my gorgeous aquamarines. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, this special person is just like super special. Okay, so just to remind you that this person is going to inspire you in so many different ways, and when you meet this person, it's gonna be first conversation, and then lots of inspiration through conversation, and each time you talk, it's gonna be like ooh la la, it's gonna be more warmish and more warmish and more warmish indeed. My gorgeous aquamarine is all I can say. Go out there and meet as many people as you can. This person is going to be very, very special, and it's not even going to be that long at all. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Pisces, my gorgeous Pisces, my beautiful Pisces. You know, it is just such a beautiful harmony that is going to come through, beautiful energy that is going to come through at the beginning of this week. You know, in the beginning of this week, it's going to feel quite unusual, it's going to feel quite strange, it's going to feel quite bizarre, and right within the first couple of days, you're actually going to feel very strange connection with maybe like a certain thing that happened to you, certain excitement that happened to you, certain success that happened to you, maybe like about within the last 7 years. I would say you were going to a certain stage in your life. It doesn't matter, maybe you could have been, maybe you're 20 now, and within the last 7-8 years, you were going to a certain stage, but there is something that you were doing then, something that you were focusing on, something that you were making, something that you were doing, something that you were part of, and you're not part of it now. So this is about to return into your life, something from the past. It's about to return into your life, and it's not only going to be there because it's meant to be there, but it's also about to help you to make a decision and to have an insight and to see beyond the problem that you are seeing now that is preventing you to move on, and that is preventing you to focus and connect to your near future. When this happens, I said to you before, it's very hard to find our way. It's very hard to walk. It's very hard to see, and it's very hard to realize what is behind this fog and darkness until you get there. So once this fog is going to shift, this is energetic fog that happens due to karma and the spiritual journey. Once this is going to shift right at the beginning of this week, but especially the first couple of days is still going to be quite evident. This is going to be the moment moment in time that is going to basically going to bring at the same time a very powerful harmony in your life. But it's just going to be also an important moment in time because you're going to be very quick, you're going to be very sharp to make a certain decision that it would take you like about 3 years normally to make, because you wouldn't be uncertain, you wouldn't be certain. So you will make a very important and very powerful decision that is going to come through your own sharpness, which is going to help you and make you to do this and to say this so much sooner that you would normally do this. You're about to release yourself from the energy that was actually holding you down and preventing you to move on through your own powerless situation. This is about to bounce back, and it's about to liberate you like there is no tomorrow. So little Piscelina is going to swim. Yeah! No, this is so good. This is how it's going to feel. Literally, by the end of this week, you are going to feel so much lighter. You're going to feel so powerful. This is because this heavy karma and this heavy energy is about to be shifted. So now this is going to be such an important moment in time, because it's also certain healing and forgiveness is going to take place. You're going to forgive to someone. Maybe perhaps you are holding on to certain grudges or whatever it happened. Doesn't matter. The bottom line is that you are going to forgive someone, and that forgiveness is going to bounce back at you as a beautiful healing, and it will reward you as like a really good healing when it comes to your physical life, when it comes to your health and things like that. So for those of you that have been suffering from like long ailments that you didn't see any improvements, most certainly this week is going to bring you a wonderful, lovely improvement. But at the same time, the certain departure is going to take place. Certain departure is going to be very important for you. Certain departure is going to take place, certain journey is going to take place. So you're either going to start planning a certain trip or journey, or the certain trip or journey it's going to take place that you've already planned. However, when you go, it is going to be connected to some kind of advancement, because there is going to be the certain idea that you are going to have. So whether you go on trip or journey this week, or whether you plan this week and go in 6 months, in 1 year, it doesn't matter. The energy is going to be connected to this particular week, which is wonderful, which is going to, on another hand, help you to have your spiritual moment through this. And your spiritual moment is going to happen, an idea. Okay, so an idea that you're going to have. So whether you go on the trip or journey like this week, let's say you go this week. So you go over there, maybe on your way there you will get a certain idea, because you will already be on this path. You will already be part of this energy. You will already walk into this vortex. Or by the time you are on the, this trip or journey, while you are there, you can have this idea, or you can have it by the time you come back, on your way back. Absolutely mind-blowing moment in time, because this idea is going to be something that is going to be very vibrational, very important, very powerful when it comes to your life, and most certainly it's going to take it where it's meant to be taken, into an advancement that you waited for a long time. So very slow stage in your life, Pisces, is going to start slowly coming to an end through this week. You also have to remember, be brave. As braver you are this week, the more powerful you are going to be. As braver you are this week, the more room you will give to your spirit to grow. I know it sounds, the more room I'm going to give to my spirit to grow. No, this is important, highly important moment in time when it comes to your own radiance, because at the same time, as more you kind of are brave, the more you're going to grow, and the more significant this moment in time is going to be. This moment in time is first of all going to bring you also like a contemplation. It's through your own accomplishment. There is going to be a contemplation that you're going to have, and that contemplation is going to be so important, because you are going to make a powerful decision, and decision that you're going to make is going to be all to you wanting to make a certain change when it comes to the beginning. Start of something very important is going to take this week, and also a beginning of a meaningful experience that is also on one hand going to become an adventure, on another hand it's going to give you a certain idea, and then again it's going to grow into something absolutely mind-blowing later on, because it's not only going to change your life, but it's going to give a reason for celebration, because there are few things that are just going to change immediately after this moment in time, and it's purely and solely connected to the problems that were preventing you to move on and realize your own reflection that was not not giving you this ability to actually do all this, which is just about to happen here. Absolutely fantastic. And also, as I said, an important moment in time, my gorgeous Pisces, because what is going to happen is just all about this beautiful determination that you're going to have at the same time. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Do you know, it's the certain recognition that you waited for. Just remember, Pisces, my babies, it's the certain recognition you were waiting for. It's coming through. Okay, and it's going to take you somewhere completely different. It's going to take you somewhere else. It's going to take you where you need to be. But first of all, just remember, my gorgeous bambinis and bambinas, just remember, stay committed to the task at hand, be very brave, be very adventurous, and whatever it is this week, just go for it, go for it, go for it. Time to wake up, time to smell the coffee, time to open your eyes and see what's on the other side of the rainbow, because most certainly an amazing dimension it's about to start manifesting to you. Indeed, my gorgeous Pisces. And what else I was going to say, it's this admiration from others. It's going to mean to you so much. So much. And what else I was going to say, big change when it comes to home, okay? When it comes to certain honor, certain success is going to provide you to make a big change. But this is going to be only the beginning of, and you are most certainly going to make a really powerful and really significant decision. But that in itself is going to be also quite a powerful moment in time, because on one hand, you are going to have a control over situation. On another hand, it's all about a certain fairness, justice, my gorgeous Pisces. Just remember, you are entering a very important stage. You are entering a very important circle here. Your justice is coming. On one hand, this is spiritual, because your spirit reached a certain point, certain stage that is going to be mind-blowing, and now there is only so much bad karma and negative karma that you can have. So now it's all going to be like a fountain of the beauty, fountain of strength, fountain of power, the beautiful spirituality. It's about to shower you, and that in itself is going to bring you the actual success with finances, good news, new direction, new security and power, and also justice. You know, someone, if you're waiting for justice, or if you're waiting for someone to make a certain decision for you, you know, it's going to be incredible, because you are going to have an amazing justice, and that is going to bring you proper balance, harmony you didn't have in a long time, and that harmony is going to be directly responsible for the certain reward. And also sincere desire, something that you desired for such a long time, it's going to open its book to you, and it's going to become available to you to sit there and enjoy this reading. Amazing moment in time. And it's also going to be an incredible when it comes to the certain action, when it comes to the certain energy. You know, you're going to find yourself like doing quite a lot, achieving quite a lot throughout this week. So please, if you want to find a new job, you know, just go out there and apply for as many as you can. It will happen with the powerful energy of now. Your lucky number is number 8, which is always good when it comes to money, career and finances, and most certainly is going to bring this vibration even more powerful, even more sincere, even more stronger, which is on another hand going to make you radiant, even way more powerful, and which is going to kind of make things move on quicker and become more prosperous for you at the same time. However, justice is coming, my gorgeous Pisces, legal and spiritual indeed, because you're getting on a very important spiritual train here. But also just remember, you will get a mind-blowing advice this week. You will get mind-blowing advice this week. Watch this space, my gorgeous, watch this space. This advice that you will get, it's going to make sense to you like there is no tomorrow, and it's also at the same time going to lead towards even better recognition of your own abilities, what you want to do, where you need to go next. Important, Pisces is important. But on another hand, it's going to bring a whole new inspiration, potential, opportunity, which is going to lead towards the biggest hope. You know, you will know that it's to do with the bright prospects, new stage, new option, new beginning, concentration, study, learning experience. But my Lord, this moment in time, you are going to be absolutely amazing, because it's just going to be a very good time of your own satisfaction and accomplishment, which is just going to be your spiritual petrol and rather vavavumish moment in time, excitement that is going to become a bravery, this bravery that is going to give you room to grow, and this grow moment is also going to make you very, very ecstatic when it comes to your own success. On another hand, you know, it's a lot to do with your own success this week. It's a lot to do with your gain and a certain challenge that you're going to overcome, and it's not only going to make you realize in victorious that you're in a completely good way, but it's also going to bring you some kind of very successful negotiation. So if you are needing to negotiate, you know, this week it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Just remember, your lucky number is number 8, so you can expect really strong and powerful vibrational energy when it comes to succeeding to your money, finances, anything to do with work, anything to do with career, anything to do with some kind of competition and success. If you're retired, you know, it depends what you focus on. Rather successful moment in time. Okay, so let's just see an oracle card for you, my gorgeous Piscelini. What is your oracle? Oracle card. Don't know what that is, Piscelini. Oh, Piscelini, finally, pleasure. You're entering a very special stage. You're entering a very special zone. This is going to be very deep and very spiritual. You know, you're about to start living your life. You're about to enjoy yourself again. I'm not saying that you weren't living your life before, but I'm just saying that you're about to start living again. But through this, you're also about to discover something very important. A new stage, something that is going to give pleasure to you, something that is going to make you feel so good, something that is going to make you feel so optimistic, something that is going to make you feel so ecstatic and adventurous. Something is going to happen to you this week, and you're going to realize certain pleasure, and that pleasure is going to wake you up. It's going to wake you up like there is no tomorrow. It's going to be probably the most mind-blowing moment in time that you had in the many years. Indeed, through your own pleasure, secret pleasure, adventurous pleasure, you're going to discover something very important about yourself, and you will know the transformation started, rebirth started, an important moment in time, because it's just going to make you feel so creative, so good, and it's going to bring so much optimism in you to your life almost immediately. It's a lot to do with accomplishment and going on the next stage of your life, of your spiritual journey, indeed. Okay. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini is here. Basically, for those of you who are actually wondering about health, please make sure that you are actually using natural deodorant. I said this before, but it's so important because you're very sensitive when it comes to aluminium. My gorgeous Piscelinis, you're very sensitive when it comes to aluminium. Avoid blocking your pores. I said this before. Avoid blocking your pores. Please don't get deodorants from the shops. They are vile. They contain aluminium. It's so dangerous. It blocks your pores. People are so crazy when people think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like put that and I'm gonna block all my pores. You know, that's crazy. You do not block your pores. Rather smell, do you know what I mean, than blocking your pores. It's crazy. Please, Piscelinis, get like a natural deodorant, aluminium free deodorant, and there are some of them are so good. I work out all the time, yeah, and it's just like I just can't. It's natural aluminium free deodorants are just fine, honestly. So get natural aluminium free deodorant, and also please try to get like something for your gums. I said this before, your gums are very sensitive, which is going to reflect maybe on your teeth, you know, so try to like kind of get like an organic tea tree oil and aloe vera toothpaste and mouthwash, tea tree oil and aloe vera mouthwash as well, without fluoride, both without fluoride, please. And also organic acerola cherry powder. I said this millions of times because of two reasons. Because you need something to boost your immune system, Piscelinis, okay? You need something to boost your immune system. So organic acerola cherry powder, please take 1 glass, 1 teaspoon, mix it up every single morning, the first thing in the morning, okay? Very important. It's going to help you to boost your immune system, vitamin C levels, and also it's superb when it comes to vitamin C, okay? And also it's going to help you to for your sensitive gums at the same time. Okay, what else? If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP, because only your doctor or only your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, so now for those of you in relationship, you know what? It's gonna be a bit of a stroppy week. You know, for those of you in relationships, it's gonna be a little bit stroppy week. I think maybe a lot is going on in your lives, a lot is going on in your partner's life. So I know it's gonna be a bit of a stroppy, feely throughout this week. You can actually do something in order to actually combat this. You can just stay away from each other, or don't try to fight this week, because now if you fight this week, or if you argue this week, you're gonna put a little bit of oil on a fire. So that is not good at all. But what you can do is actually try to bring some kind of surprise, because that's a good element of energy that brings vibration up, and it makes vibration very powerful. So you can buy something to your partner, a little gift or something like that, and that is going to raise the vibration. Or you can book a little holiday. So any element of surprise, or a good surprise, or a gift, is always really good, because it helps you to illuminate situation, and that in itself will rise the vibration if you want to rise the vibration. But otherwise, if you can wait for a week, then after a week it's going to be fine. But I think you're both going to have a lot on your plates. Okay, so now basically for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, Piscelini in the morning, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen this week. Do you know what? It's up to you, but Piscelinis, don't be naughty. You see, the problem is, don't be naughty, come on. You will be out, you will be flirty, you will be having a great time indeed, because your power, your magnetic power, your radiance is going to be very strong, much higher, much more powerful than it normally is. So you will be attracting all sorts of people, but there is somebody in particular that you will find attractive, but it's not going to be the right person. So I'm sorry, but there is someone going to be around you. You're going to talk to that person, you're going to meet this person, absolutely beautiful person inside and out, with one problem: they're not free. Okay, so whether they're saying that they're free, whether they're saying that they're like single, I don't know, I'm sorry, but the bottom line is that somebody's going to be around you, and it's going to be just perfect, but they're not going to be free. But they will be naughty themselves, because they will try to start something. But you, Piscelini, will be smart, and you will be like, no, baby, no, because very shortly after that, you will kind of find someone else who is meant to come there. And this person is going to be a test for you, a karmic, important test indeed. I would stay away because they're not single, but you will know this. You will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous people, I love you all. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous people, gorgeous people, gorgeous people, gorgeous people, gorgeous people, gorgeous people. I love you all so much, And I just wish that the world start changing slowly, and I'm going to send a beautiful vibration to the world. When I said I would like this world to start changing slowly, I just invite the most powerful vibration, the most significant vibration, to raise the vibration around the world, and problems come to an end, and the negativity comes to an end, and we all get together, and we all rejuvenate everything else around us. Okay, very important moment in time. I love every single one of you, and I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, and light. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough about a living. Make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are People dying, if you care enough but a living, make a better place for you and for me. 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 Make a better place. Bye.